Hello and welcome into beautiful Grand Prairie, Texas. We are set and ready to go here for Game 2 here on Day 1 of the Rusty Greer Jackie Moore Classic here at Texas Airhawks Stadium. Hi, I'm Zachary Lee, joined here with my co-host Malik Wright. We're set and ready to watch the Methodist University Monarchs take on the Concordia Tornadoes here. Malik, how you doing?
And I'm doing good, man. I missed you, man. It's been...
I was going to say, it's been too long. It's nice to be back in Airhawks Stadium watching baseball with you, my man.
Yeah, had a great Game 1 earlier this beautiful Friday afternoon. Now looking for a Texas matchup here in Game 2 between Methodist and Concordia.
The Methodist University Monarchs are making their way here from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Quite a drive for the Monarchs, as Concordia has a much shorter route here to the stadium, but still a healthy drive up here to Airhawks Stadium. Out there right now is starting pitcher Will Walker for the Concordia Tornadoes. He will be facing off here to lead off the inning against Matthias Carter. Matthias Carter playing shortstop here today for these Methodist University Monarch as he steps into the left side of the batter box, and the righty is ready to get us underway here.
Camouflage gray uniforms for the...
Sorry, that's Matthew Williams on the mound for Concordia. First pitch swinging here as he fouls that one up and over the back of the stadium. And you're right, Malik, they've got a little bit of an Army homage here as it looks like a green and white camo with their yellow numbers on the back and white pants.
Gotta love these, but like the black Concordia looks, a lot of... That one's
in there for a strike, so 1-1 now the count to Matthias.
Yeah, Concordia with the black top, white pants, black hat combo.
That's a combo that wouldn't be so nice in the middle of the summer, but on a 60-degree day like today, you can get away with it. That one's in the dirt there. 2-1 the count now. Matthias Carter, a .338 hitter in 41 games played last season for these Methodist University Monarchs. Just 2 home runs and 25 RBIs on the season for him last year. The 2-1 pitch is in there for a called strike. That is going to lead off the game here for Matthew Williams with a leadoff strikeout. So it's going to be up to Jacob Austin to get things started here for the Methodist University Monarchs. Good way to start the game here for Matthew Williams.
Oh, yes, sir.
Here's the first pitch. That one is in there as Jacob Austin is swinging at that one well in front of that.
So gets another strike. That's 4 out of 5 for Mr. Matthew Williams.
He is out there dealing right now. Showing bunt is Jacob Austin. He's not able to get that one down as it makes its way to the backstop, so that's going to be a quick 0-2 hole that he finds himself in. Jacob Austin, a .329 hitter last season. He had 1 home run and 38 runs driven in. Looking to be the first base runner here in the first inning for the University Monarchs. As that is swung on and missed, so 2 back-to-back Ks for Matthew Williams as he has started off this game very hot and on just 8 pitches.
The fastball is coming in hot. You guys can't quite catch up to it. Let's see if 3-hole spot batter Alex Coucher, 3-hole hitting catcher.
He looks at the first pitch there as that catches the outer half of the plate. 0-1 the count. Matthew Williams continues this at bat the way he started the last 2, getting ahead early. Here's the pitch. This one hit well out to left field, but that's going to hang on him. Going back on as the shortstop, but coming in is left fielder Josh Burnett. And he's able to make that catch and corral it in. So that is going to be an easy 1-2-3 inning here for the Concordia Tornadoes. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break on your Airhogs Broadcast Network.
Hiya, Bobby.
Hi, Ken.
You want to go for a ride?
Sure, Ken.
Jump in.
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation. I'm a
set to go here for the bottom half of the first inning. On the mound here for the Methodist University Monarchs is right-handed pitcher Will Walker, number 29. He will lead this inning off against Concordia shortstop Kaysen Novak. Last season, Kaysen Novak was a .337 hitter. No home runs, but 25 runs driven in. This Methodist University lineup has had a pretty good hitting season last year. Everyone in their top four spots in the lineup today are hitting above 285 last season. So a hot offense coming into today.
See if they can start off hot, but as we saw in the first game, in the first inning, looks like the bats might be a little slow waking up, but the pitching's here.
This is the first action these guys are seeing this season, so a little bit slower starting, as you mentioned the first game was here today. But both teams in the first game and Matthew Williams in the first are working very fast, getting through these innings, and we've seen quite a few 1, 2, 3 innings to start this day as Will Walker's able to start this one just like Matthew Williams with a strike in there for the first pitch, 0-1 the count. But I think you make a good point, Malik. We're seeing the bats are a little slow to wake up so far today. Cold weather will do that. Big hack at that one. That's a swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. Kaysen Novak finds himself in an 0-2 hole to start this game off. Will Walker dealing early.
We've seen a lot hotter ones here at Air Hog Stadium from a lot of long summer Sunday 105 starts as that one's taken outside.
1-2 the count now.
It's a paradise compared to that.
Will Walker had a 7-2 record last season with a 2.06 ERA. Led the Monarchs among starting pitchers as Novak is able to get on top of that one and drive it through the hole into center field. That's going to start this game off with a single and a base runner for the Concordia Tornadoes.
Can't script it any better.
This is exactly how you would like things to start here for your first game of the season. Get your leadoff man on and see if you can try to get a little bit of damage done here early in this one. It's going to bring up designated hitter number 35, Marcus Thatch.
See if any motion on the base paths happens early this season with the leadoff hitter on. Designated hitter up to bat.
Not a very big lead over there, but we see a bunt shown from Marcus Thatch as he pulls that away at the last minute. 1-0 the count. Last season, Thatch was a .323 hitter. No home runs, but 14 runs driven in on the season. Played in 48 games, starting 37 of those games, as he shows bunt again, but pulls back at the last moment as Will Walker not willing to give him anything easy. So 2-0 now the count. Concordia looking to play a little bit of small ball here early as they are really trying to get Novak over to second base. Again, not a very big lead. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Thatch ready to swing the bat, not showing bunt. Oh, but he pulls it down, drags it down the first base line. That is going to advance the runner. Thatch is out on the bunt, but he does his job as he is able to sacrifice bunt Novak over to second.
Nice tag right there by Jacob Austin. Didn't have a play at second, but like you said, Mr. Thatch gets the job done, and now we see Brett Leiferman with his first RBI opportunity of the year.
Leiferman playing right field today, played and started in all 50 games last year for these Concordia Tornadoes. Had a .374 average with 5 home runs and 40 runs driven in.
That wind blowing out hard to right.
Yes, it is. It's coming in pretty strong across home plate. Kind of odd. Usually we see it blowing out to left field as Leiferman takes a big hack at this one, but is unable to make any connection. That's 0-1.
And as we've said many times, not a lot of luck out there getting it out to right field.
Today they might have a shot, though, as it looks like the wind would really assist you if you get it up into the wind stream, but not the case so far, as that one misses outside, so it's going to run the count to even to 1-1.
See if this Walker can get his Methodist infield moving around, making some plays for him.
Here's the 1-1. Big swing and a miss there from Lieferman, now down in a hole 1 and 2. The Concordia Tornadoes were able to get their leadoff man aboard and then sacrifice him over to second. Lieferman trying to do some damage with runners in scoring position here. And the first run scoring opportunity of the season for these Concordia Tornadoes. Walker looks in. Here's the pitch. He hits this one well, and that's going to fall in center field in front of center fielder Clay Richardson. Casey Novak thinks about coming around, but he thinks better of it and holds at third. So we have runners at the corners after Lieferman's able to fight off a couple tough pitches and then push a single out into center field. A nice piece of hitting there by the right fielder for these Concordia Tornadoes.
And great job by Clay Richardson to get that one in quick.
Yeah, if he wasn't able to do that, Novak was ready to round third and come in and score the first run of the game, but he was able to get a good, accurate throw in and prevent that first run from scoring. Catcher Alex Cochler showing some signs into his infield and pitcher.
And now we get the cleanup hitter, Owen Hill, third baseman.
Owen Hill played in 45 games, starting 44 of those games last season for the Concordia Tornadoes.
Just some contact to the outfield. We'll get a run in here.
First pitch to him is in there for a called strike. Will Walker has been getting ahead early in the count, but unfortunately for him, it hasn't amounted to much more than a sacrifice. Cochler flashing in the signs again as he chats with his pitcher. Will Walker steps off and
just hitting the ball where it's pitched. Dinking them out right in front of outfielders is led to some success. Let's see if Concordia can drive one right here and change the score as pitcher and catcher can't agree on signs. Gotta wonder if Concordia's run game is going to put any pressure on.
here's the pitch. That one's outside. 1-1 now the count. Owen Hill comes into the game having batted .288 on the year last in 2019 for the Concordia Tornadoes. He had 2 home runs and 47 RBIs. He's in a prime RBI position right here with a man 90 feet away at third base and another down at first. He holds his blue aluminum bat, and Will Walker decides for the pickoff attempt on Brett Lieferman, but Lieferman's in there safe with no problems. Here's the 1-1. That one misses low and inside. 2-1 now the count.
It's a good take right there.
That was a very good take. It looked like a little bit of a breaking ball that just wasn't able to completely break there and catch that corner. Like last game, we have a bit of a tight strike zone here up at the plate. Here's the 2-1. That one's right down the middle. 2-2 now the count to Owen Hill.
Double play ball. Get you out of this inning with no damage. Hill needs to avoid chopping one on the ground here.
This is the guy that you would like up at bat right now, one of the RBI leaders for the team last season. That's a big swing and a miss there, so Will Walker able to get him to chase on a slider down and away for the second out of the inning and his first strikeout here of the game.
Right there, Hill struggled with the off-speed pitches throughout that entire at-bat.
Looked like that was finally what got him, as now stepping up to bat is number 9 center fielder Grayson Lee.
Start off the year, see if we can start off the year with some 2-out hitting. For Concordia, always an important factor of the game. Especially you get that runner in scoring position, is that one is chopped.
Oh, that's grounded right to second baseman Wesley Hall. He's able to flip on to shortstop Matthias Carter covering the bag for the easy third out of the game. So just like that, we are still tied at 0 after a leadoff single. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break here on the Air Hogs Broadcast Network.
Just a dream, just a dream, dream.
Welcome back to everybody into the Air Hogs Broadcast Network 0-0 game here. Top of the second.
Tucker Criswell here as he grounds this one to third baseman Owen Hill, who's able to collect that one and throw across the diamond to first baseman Jacob Gwynn for the first out of the inning. So first pitch swinging is Tucker Criswell, and he finds himself back in the dugout quickly.
So we're watching the Methodist University Monarchs of North Carolina going against the Concordia Tornadoes. Methodist located in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Yes, they are, as Rob Wilkerson swings and misses at the first pitch he sees. Methodist University is also the alma mater of my younger brother, so a school I'm relatively familiar with. That one's looks like it caught a piece of his leg there. Rob Wilkerson is taking a base. Going to go ahead and make his way down to first, as one must have just caught the pant leg there.
Yeah, he knew he was hit, but the catcher might have thought.
The catcher might have thought
otherwise.
But the umpire, home plate umpire, and Rob Wilkerson's reactions were pretty immediate there on that one. So that's going to be the first base runner so far in this one for the Methodist University Monarchs. Rob Wilkerson at first, as Matthew Williams decides to check him over there, but he's going to be in safe.
Yes. Center fielder Clay Richardson's up, and Clay's throw, although it was perfect to the cutoff man, didn't gun it all the way home, but stopped or prevented a run from scoring last inning. As
very true.
His team was able to escape a first and third jam, allowing nobody on. See what he can do on the offensive side, as this pitch is right on the outside corner for a called strike.
Clay Richardson last year played in 40 games for these Methodist University Monarchs, and started 39 of those 40 games. He hit .225 with no home runs, a triple, and 25 RBIs. That pitch there is a little high and inside, as looked like Williams was trying to jam him there. 1-1 the count now to Clay Richardson.
Never a bad idea. Always a fan of keeping guys inside. Don't want them to get extended as the runner takes off. Throw is made. Nice throw right there. Gets him. He threw that on the dot.
What a throw there by Ryan Klaus. No kidding there, Malik. He was able to get that one not only in time but accurately over to second baseman Dalton Watts. And the leadoff base runner Rob Wilkerson is cut down trying to steal second. So
he had a great jump right there. Wilkerson did. Just a even better throw is we'll get our highlight up here. Yeah, that was a nice throw. Made it an easy tag
Clay
from
Richardson
Matthias Carter.
Down 2-2 after taking that one inside. So the Monarchs see their first base runner come and go here in this one, and now down to their final out of the inning, as Clay Richardson has run the count full to 3-2. So far for Matthew Williams, it has been quick work here for these Monarchs, as that ball is going to get well foul out into the berm there in left field.
Takes a few bounces.
We'll do this again as Richardson collects himself and steps back into the box. The right-hander's ready. Here's the pitch. This one also chopped foul down the left field line as it bounces off the Monarch bullpen.
Each of those count.
Williams has gone pretty fast through the first 5 batters of the order, but Richardson really making him work here, as that one misses high and inside, and he is going to make his way to first via the free pass. So Monarchs have their second base runner of the inning.
Nice long at bat right there for Richardson. Saw a lot of pitches and was able to draw the walk. His designated hitter Jordan Cassell checks into the box.
Castle number 32. Castle is one of the Monarchs who did not play with the team last season, as he is getting his first hacks here with the team in this at-bat. And Williams once again decides to check the runner at first. really trying to keep them honest over there, as that's already probably his fourth pickoff attempt with only the second base runner.
Yeah, gives a little fake steal right there. First base. Only saw one stolen base attempt in the last game. That came in the later innings. Already had our first one this inning. See if the run game's more of a factor as this pitch is delivered on and shot to right field.
That was absolutely roped. Unfortunately for Castle, he hit it so hard. Clay Richardson isn't going to be able to advance past second, but he does keep this late rally going with a well-hit single out to right field, and that's going to bring up number 7 right fielder Ethan Carmack, who is going to have a chance to swing the stick here with runners in scoring position, men on first and second. Ethan Carmack, a left-handed hitter here for these Methodist University Monarchs. The first one we've seen so far. Carmack played in 38 games last season, starting 37 of them for these Methodist University Monarchs. He looks at the first pitch there, misses over the outer half of the plate. It's now a 1-0 count.
Big hole out for him in left center field. He takes that one inside.
There, look, Williams really started this inning off strong, but after allowing a couple base runners, seems to be a little bit rattled up there. He's starting to have a tough time finding the strike zone now. Waiting on the 2-0. Here it is. This one hit well into left field. That's going to land in front of Josh Burnett, coming around and running into home. That's Clay Richardson. He's going to slide. He is safe, and that is going to be the first score of the game. Ethan Carmack able to drive in the first run of the game on an RBI single to left field, and some nifty base running by Clay Richardson puts the first run on the board for the Monarchs.
That was some aggressive base running right there. He never broke stride, even on the hard hit ball to left.
Yeah, he did not hesitate on that turn around third and was able to slide in just ahead of the tag by Ryan Klaus for the first run here of the game. Monarchs lead now 1-0.
Good idea to cut that ball, but don't think it gets there on the fly, because that one's taken down the middle for a strike.
Wesley Hall stands in for his first at-bat here in this one. First baseman number 6, batting on the right side. Wesley Hall played in 19 games last season, starting 3 of those. Sorry, second baseman Wesley Hall.
No, and misses outside, and now you might be in a little bit of trouble. A few straight hits, and now
Williams
kind of adjusted.
Like we were
1-1
mentioning,
count.
Williams really started off hot, but he is looking to he's run into a little bit of trouble here in the top half of the second. This one hit well out into the center field, but that is going to hang up and be an easy play for Grayson Lee, who's able to corral that one for the final out of the inning, but not before the Monarchs put the first run on the board. Monarchs currently lead this one 1-0. We'll be right back on your Air Hogs Broadcast Network after this. Welcome back into Texas Air Hogs Stadium here in beautiful Grand Prairie on a wonderful sunny 60-degree day as the Concordia Tornadoes are set to start this bottom half of the second inning against the Methodist University Monarchs. Leading off the inning is going to be left fielder number 13, Josh Burnett. The right-hander looks at a ball there on the outer half of the plate as that one misses. So 1-0 the count here to Josh Burnett. Burnett making his first appearance here with the Concordia Tornadoes as he did not play for the team in the 2019 season. That one high and inside, 2-0 the count. So looks like, unfortunately for Will Walker, he has fallen behind early after starting the first inning, getting ahead early. Here's the 2-0. That one bounces in. Finds himself in real trouble now here as he's in danger of losing the leadoff man as he's run the count to 3-0.
Yeah, Concordia University from nearby Austin, Texas.
He's able to find the strike zone there, 3-1 the count.
Private school established in 1926.
It was a long time. Here's the 3-1. That one's also in there for a called strike, so he's able to come back from 3-0 to work the count full. Couple fastballs right down the middle. See where he goes this time. Ready for that one was Josh Burnett, but not quite, as he's able to foul that one out and over the stands. It looks like it might have made its way into the playground.
As it did, took a big hack. That one right there, a little late on it, though.
Just a tad. Here's the 3-2. Able to foul that one down the left side and out of play.
Get a little old school type wind up from Will Walker.
He kind of does.
Slow. Little hand over your head, reach back.
Yep. Slight leg kick there. That's now the third straight foul ball in a row by Josh Burnett, really making Walker work there up at the mound.
As he's making these parents in the stands work going to find these balls.
I'm telling you,
They all count here.
Burnett has no regard for your baseball budget. He's going to make you work. And he fouls another one up and over the stadium. That one lands on the roof. I don't think they're getting that one back, Malik.
It's about a good $16 gone right in this at-bat alone.
No joke. I think you're right. I think it's about $4 a ball. And there's another one that he fouls down the left field line. This one might be playable, though, as third baseman Tucker Criswell comes over. And he's able to make the catch in the out in foul territory. Nice job tracking that one by Criswell.
A lot of foul ground here in Air Hog Stadium, but that looked like it might have been in play in a lot of fields.
That one was, and it went up there, too. You could tell Criswell almost over-attracted towards the stands there and had to backtrack, but was still able to stay underneath it.
I thought we had a chance of getting a bench diving play right there, but nicely retired.
That's going to bring up Jacob Gwynn, who looks at a first pitch called strike down the middle of the plate. Jacob Gwynn, number 38, playing first base today for these Tornadoes. Jacob Gwynn played in 35 games last year, starting 27 of those, as the 1-1 offering from Walker bounces in the dirt.
Always want to start your first bat of the season on a high note. Coming from the bottom of the order, work your way up throughout the year.
He grounds this one to shortstop Matthias Carter, who's able to easily corral that one and throw across to Jacob Austin for the second out of the inning. A nice job there by Carter to let that one bounce in front of him and make the easy play over to first baseman Austin. After a bit of a rough inning for Will Walker in the first, he's made quick work of the first two batters. Both pitchers working pretty fast here today. That one misses outside, 1-0 the count to Ryan Klaus, the number 27 playing catcher today for the Tornadoes.
That will never be opposed by infielders and outfielders, the pitcher working quick. 'Cause it is a little colder out there. Not the worst it could be, but definitely get a little
There's a nice little bite to it, yeah.
definitely get a little tight standing around. Rather you see the guys bouncing around mid pitch as this one's taken low for a ball. The guys bouncing around mid pitch trying to get in and out right back to the dugout.
Second time this inning that Will Walker has fallen behind 3-0 to start an at bat. He was able to get the fly out in the previous time. Is able to throw that one right down the middle. 3-1 the count. Ryan Close played in 46 games for these Tornadoes last season, starting 36 of those. And that one misses outside. He's going to go ahead and make his way down to first base via the free pass. And for the second inning in a row, the Concordia Tornadoes have a base runner. First walk of the game for either team.
Here comes second baseman Dalton Watts. The high stirrup pants look. As he checks in for his first at-bat of the season.
The high socks, pants rolled up. That nice blue aluminum bat. And he hits this one, grounds over to third baseman Tucker Criswell, who's able to corral it and toss it on over to second baseman Wesley Hall for the final out of the inning. So the two-out walk does not come back to hurt the Monarchs. They still maintain a 1-0 lead here in Grand Prairie. We'll be right back on the Air Hogs Broadcast Network after this.
When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. If I get drunk, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you.
Welcome back into beautiful Grand Prairie, Texas, here in Texas Air Hogs Stadium, as we are set and ready to go here for the top of the third inning. The leading off the inning here for the Monarchs will be Matthias Carter, the shortstop. He struck out swinging his first time up, as the first pitch here from Matthew Williams misses high and outside. 1-0 the count. We were just talking there in the break, Malik, this game is really going by quick, as both pitchers are pretty quick workers up there on the mound, as Matthias fouls that one up and over our heads.
And that's what you want to see as a head coach, a catcher, is your what you would call your ace coming out here in the first game.
You'd imagine, right? Yeah. That one misses just inside. 2-1 now the count to the Monarch shortstop.
Not even pitches in, just attacking the zone in general.
Matthew Williams is ready with the 2-1, as it looks like Carter was unable. Well, they're going to say he was safe. It looked like he swung there, but there he did go around. So 2-2 now the count. Matthew Williams definitely in the conversation as an ace here for these Concordia Tornadoes. A 12-2 record last season with a 3.26 ERA. as Carter fouls that one down the left field line and into the Tornadoes dugout. A 12-2 record in 17 appearances. That's a good year.
That's win day.
The Tornadoes feel good when Williams is on the mound, but unfortunately he misses that one high and inside, so that's going to work the count full.
With the round robin tournament, not sure if he'll see more innings after this game, but he'd love to definitely go deep in this first one.
That he would.
His walks like that.
But he will take the base any way he can get it, as that is the first walk of the game for the Monarchs, and for the first time they lead off an inning with a base runner. And it looks like that's going to spark a mound visit for the Tornadoes as their head coach makes their way out with catcher Ryan Close to have a chat with Matthew Williams.
Yeah, a few bad misses right there to end that at bat.
It's unfortunate because he really started the last two innings getting ahead of batters early on. Unfortunately for him, he kind of couldn't put a close to that second inning after getting the first two outs.
Umpire comes in.
No one thrown in the bullpen, so this is just a quick get right sesh as the umpire came over to check time, but all seems well. Klaus makes his way back to the backstop, and Williams looks ready to deal. Up to bat now is Jacob Austin, number 19 and first baseman here for the Monarchs today. Right-handed batter stands in, ready for the first pitch. Here it is. He shows bunt, and he gets that down the first base line. Back to the mound. Williams tosses easily over to first baseman Jacob Gwynn, and it'll be the first out of the inning, but that Austin able to do his job and move the leadoff runner over to second base and into scoring position for catcher Alex Cochler.
Yeah, I like the idea. Had coach in his ear telling him to watch your mechanics and not pull through, not this and that, and then you shake all that up right there. First pitch bunt right at him, make a play, focus on something else. He recorded the out, but now with a runner on second as Alex Kletcher swings and misses. Another chance for the Monarchs to drive in a run.
Cochler had the best average of any of the Monarchs last season. He had a .406 average starting and playing in all 41 games. Here's the pitch. He chops that one foul and just over the Tornadoes dugout. As I mentioned, Cochler had a .406 average last season. He had 7 home runs and 54 RBIs. Not only led the team in average, he led them in home runs and RBI as well. So this is the guy you would like up at bat with a man in scoring position. Looked like the runner was going to try and take third there, but
the turf monster,
as like you said, looks like the turf monster got him, but that is going to be a strikeout looking for Alex Cochler, and that's going to bring up third baseman, number 12, Tucker Criswell.
That was Matthias Carter halfway past the second base umpire before he caught with his shoes.
It was a good thing he stopped, though, because he would not have made it had he continued. Criswell makes his way up after grounding out to third base his last time up. Looks at a ball there. 1-0 now the count.
Early on in the season, some 2-out hitting opportunities for Methodist. See if they can capitalize.
Big swing and a miss there. 1-1 now the count. Monarchs were able to put a run on the board last inning, trying to match that here and go up by a score of 2-0. Tucker Criswell, a .366 hitter last year, second best for the Monarchs in the 2019 season. He had 2 home runs and 43 RBI. Second most on the team in RBI behind only Alex Cochler. And that one misses low. 2-1 now the count. Criswell making Williams work up there. Williams looks at the signs and he's ready. Here's the 2-1. That one's in there for a called strike, 2-2.
Let's see if Williams has a nice put-away pitch right here.
It's been the one thing he's really been lacking here in the first 2 innings is just being able to complete, with that put-away pitch and end an inning. It's the only reason the Monarchs were able to score in the second. Williams looking to prevent history from repeating itself. And that one misses just outside. Full count now, 3-2.
Like you said, you got to earn it with these umpires today. Not a lot of leeways.
It's now the third full count already just in the third inning that Matthew Williams has run into. This one hit but fouled back and over our heads. Looks like that one is also going to make it up to the roof. Monarchs really making Williams work here in this one. They are fouling off some tough pitches and working deep into counts.
One way to battle an ace like him is get him out the game as quickly as he came in.
Jump on him early and get to that bullpen. And that one misses inside, so that's going to be the second walk of the inning here for Williams. And the second base runner now for the Monarchs. That's going to bring up number 3, left fielder Rob Wilkerson. Rob Wilkerson was hit by a pitch his first time up and then caught stealing, trying to advance to second. Lefty stands in, waiting the pitch. Showing bunt there, but not able to connect as that one's in for a called strike. Wilkerson with the team in 2019. Wilkerson played in 30 games last year, started 19 of those. .293 hitter with no home runs, but 3 doubles, 2 triples, and 10 RBI.
Good take right there.
It's low and in the dirt. It was a nice stop by Ryan Klaus. If he's not able to get in front of that one, the runners would both advance into scoring position. Here's the pitch. Takes another one low and inside. So 2-1 now the count. These Monarch hitters are showing some patience up there at the plate and really making Williams work. They keep this up. He's not going to be able to go very deep here into this one.
Yeah, they're seeing the ball well, for sure, earlier on in this game. Even if Williams only allowing 1 run.
That one is fouled. I think that one might make its way out to Lone Star Parkway. That made its way into the street.
Can make a few horse bets, but
Go across the street and buy a couple tickets, yeah.
those shadows starting to creep up, going to make it tougher for these hitters. In about 10 minutes, that shadow's been creeping.
Yeah, no joke. It's going to make it harder to see the ball as it breaks that shadow line there. It's a really good point. Here's the 2-2. Big swing and a miss. He's not able to connect with that one, so he goes... Oh, I'm sorry. He was able to just foul that one off. Must have just barely gotten a piece of that.
I think he did get a little tip right there.
Must have just tipped it. Able to stay alive with another foul ball. Here is Rob Wilkerson. These Monarchs not going down easy here in this inning. And that one misses inside, runs the count full. That's the third batter this inning alone that has run the count to 3-2 against Williams. He's already allowed 2 base runners aboard via walk, so does not want to load the bases with all 3 making it via the walk. Checks the runner at first.
Nice idea to keep that guy on his toes. Both runners starting a double from first, you're looking to score.
Anything in the gap will bring home Matthias Carter. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, so Williams able to work around the 2 walks and keep it a 1-run game. Monarchs lead this one 1-0 at Texas Air Hogs Stadium. We'll take a quick break and be back for the bottom half of the third. You're listening to the Air Hogs Broadcast Network.
Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn right back around. Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn right back around. Said I don't wanna leave you lonely. You gotta make me change my mind.
Welcome back into Texas Air Hogs Stadium as we are set and ready to go here for the bottom half of the third inning. Leading things off will be shortstop Kason Novak for the Concordia Tornadoes.
Concordia gets back to the top of their order with a shot.
First pitch swinging is Novak, but unfortunately for him, that is right at Clay Richardson, who takes a few steps to his left and is able to record the first out of the inning.
Well, hung up a little longer than...
And just caught a little bit more wind than he had hoped, and hung up just enough for Richardson to move over and make the play there.
Designated hitter Marcus Thatch takes his second at-bat of the game. Again, long look. They wind up for Will Walker, who delivers the first one. That one just misses, maybe inside for a ball.
It was very close there. Last time up, Thatch sacrifice bunted and successfully moving Novak from first to second. Looking for his first technical at bat of the season now. He's gotten ahead in this one 2-0 as Walker has struggled to find the strike zone early here in this AB. Finds it there on that one on the inner half. 2-1 to count. Walker, a really fast worker there on the mound, barely even takes his foot off the rubber in between pitches. This one chopped down the first base line. Looks like that's going to get just foul, and it does. Hustling down the first base line was Marcus Thatch. He might have had a chance to beat that one out, but
it would have been a bang play. Will Walker might have had
to tag him out there.
Jacob Austin, let that one go, because it looked like Walker was going to have to maybe pull a muscle making an effort to get that one.
Never what you want to do in the first game of the season, especially when that comes early in February. Here's the 2-2. That one also misses inside. A full count now, 3-2. So after a one pitch out, Marcus Thatch decides he needs to see a couple pitches before he... Oh, and that one he is not able to catch up to. A rough swing there, as that one I don't think was going to be a called strike otherwise, but the second out of the inning comes via the swinging strikeout for Will Walker, and that's going to bring up right fielder number 6, Brett Lieferman.
Yeah, I don't think he saw that one.
It looked like he regretted swinging immediately after that one. He tried to chase that one out of the zone.
3-hole. Brett Lieferman up, fouls this one. Again towards the Lone Star Park parking lot, the right fielder. number 6, one of the better hitters on the team.
It's very true. Last season, Lieferman was their leading batter with a 374 average, starting and playing in all 50 games. Here's the pitch. That one well outside, 1-1 the count. Lieferman had a really good season in 2019 for these Tornadoes. 374 average, 5 home runs, and 40 runs driven in. Led the team in average, home runs, and RBI.
Assuming he might have a team MVP trophy in his.
I think you're right. He might have that 2019 trophy sitting in his bookshelf. He hits this one well out to center field. Going back on it is Clay Richardson. He's able to track that one and make the catch over his shoulder. Initially off the bat, that looked like it could be trouble, but Clay Richardson able to backpedal and make the play and keep this a 1-0 lead for the Monarchs. We're done with 3 innings here in Grand Prairie. We head to the top of the 4th with a 1-0 lead for Methodist University. We'll be back on your Air Hogs Broadcast Network after this.
I want the night for me. Share my life, take me for what I am, 'cause I'll never change all my colors for you. Take my love, I'll never ask for too much, just all that you are and everything that you do. I don't really need to look very much further. I don't wanna have to go where you don't follow. I will hold it back again. This passion inside can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hide.
Welcome back into Air Hogs Stadium as we are set and ready to go here in the top of the 4th inning. A 1-0 lead here for the Methodist University Monarchs. A clean ball game. Neither team has committed an error, and 2 hits apiece so far here in this one. Leading off the inning will be number 5 center fielder Clay Richardson. He's first pitch swinging here as he flies that one out to left field, and that's going to be an easy first out for left fielder Josh Burnett. So just like last half inning, we have a 1-pitch out to start things off.
And we've seen these pitchers having sort of identical games. They've had success getting guys out quick, but a lot of long counts, a lot of long at-bats. A few walks for each of them have slowed down the pace of a still fairly quick game.
It really has, and another first pitch swing here as that one is hit well out to left field. Unfortunately for designated hitter Jordan Castle, it is also well foul. But that one looked like it had the distance if it was able to stay within play.
That was a hard hit ball over there to the.
Number 32, Jordan Castle stands in, awaiting the second pitch. The DH takes a big rip at that one. Comes up unsuccessful.
Another good call right there on the changeup.
0-2 count. Yeah, after you see a guy put that much on your fastball, it's time to pull the string on him.
He lost his shoulder.
That one's in there for a called strike. Quick 1-2-3 strikeout there for Matthew Williams, and Jordan Castle is down on strikes here in the first time in this game. He's going to bring up number 7 right fielder Ethan Carmack. Carmack played in 38 games for the Monarchs last season, starting 37 of those. Second in the team in home runs last year with 6. He had 24 runs driven in, while hitting at a 275 clip as he looks at a ball here for the first pitch in this AB. This one hit well, and that's going to land in front of center fielder Grayson Lee. make it out to center field on 2 hops, and a 2-out single puts a runner at first for the Monarchs here. So we saw them do it earlier in the second inning with a late 2-out rally. They're looking to do the same here at the bottom of the order. Second baseman Wesley Hall stands in on the left side of the batter's box.
And I've been impressed with Concordia's at-bats, whether they be the walks or even their contact they've made has just been solid. But they seem right on.
Or Methodist, but yeah, they...
Methodist, I'm sorry.
but yeah, they...
been right on Mr. Matthew Williams. Williams battling as this one's going to get into the...
It makes it in the bullpen there, so that's going to be a foul ball. But no, you're right, Malik. They have really been on top of things, both working long at-bats and then hitting some well-hit balls in play. So Concordia is going to have to wake up if they want to prevent this one from slipping away.
Little check over the runner's back easy.
Waiting on the 0-1 pitch. Another check over there. The runner at first. Cormack not going anywhere, but Williams checks nonetheless. Here's a ball hit out to center field. Unfortunately, that's going to hang up. Second baseman Dalton Watts is able to backpedal and catch that one for the final out of the inning. So a 2-out single does not come back to do any damage. Still just a 1-0 lead for Methodist University here in this one. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
Getting it on, and they ain't leaving till 6 in the
There's a calm surrender to the rush of day, when the heat of a rolling wave can't be turned away. An enchanted moment, and it sees me through. It's enough for this restless warrior just to be with you. And can you feel the love tonight? Is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we got this far. And can you feel the love tonight?
Welcome back into Air Hogs Stadium as we are ready to start the bottom half of the fourth inning here. Leading things off for the Concordia Tornadoes will be third baseman number 14, Owen Hill. Hill ready for his second AB here in this one as he struck out swinging his last time up.
First one's going to miss low for a ball. Concordia trails here 1-0, 2 hits on their side. Not able to push one across.
That one in there for a strike.
That high outside corner, but
A little breaking ball there, caught that corner.
there's some action. Gets loose in the Concordia bullpen. This one's fouled off near that third baseman's going to make the snag it. None going on for Methodist, but we'd love to put a run on the board and maybe flip the script early on in this game before it reaches the later half.
Agreed. These Concordia really hasn't been able to string together many hits. Their only 2 hits of the game came on 2 singles in the first inning. Since then, they have been held hitless and just 1 base runner via a walk. That one in there for a strike. 2-2 now the count. A beautiful day here at Air Hog Stadium. As that one's in there for a called strike 3, his now third of the game for Will Walker, as he starts off this inning with a swinging strikeout of Owen Hill.
And that shadow's officially reached home plate.
It has.
About 85% of it.
It's
So that
maybe a couple minutes from engulfing it totally.
those curveballs are going to be tough.
Going to bring up Grayson Lee, number 9, center fielder here for these Concordia Tornadoes. Here's the 0-0 pitch. That went in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count.
Like you said, it is another beautiful day out here in Grand Prairie, Texas.
Yes, it is a sunny day, just around 60 degrees outside. If you're wanting to, one bounces in to the plate, 1-1 the count. Want to come out here? We have another game on schedule for 6:30 today. $10 a ticket. Danielle and Kelsey would be happy to facilitate that and get you in the stadium.
So we used to it. That one's going to miss outside. We're used to it still being about 96, 98 degrees around this time.
I am not looking forward to those days, but they are coming as this one's grounded down the first base line. Able to corral that one and step on the bag himself is Jacob Austin for the second out of the inning. A nice play there by the Monarchs first baseman.
Those dog days of summer. Major League pitchers report to their respective spring training camps next weekend.
Yep. It's officially baseball season, Malik. It's a beautiful time of year.
Can't wait
We
to
bring up Josh Burnett, left fielder for the Tornadoes.
can't wait to see that first spring training game. You get the Super Bowl just ended.
Yep.
So it's NBA is hitting its play NBA
Let's have the
NHL.
All-Star game.
Yeah, All-Star game,
Right
and
at the
then
halfway point. Hockey just had theirs.
playoff stretches for
0-2 the count. Looks like Will Walker is really settled in nicely here, and he getting ahead early here in these counts.
we are only less than 30 days from March Madness.
And that is the second swinging strikeout of the inning. Down on 3 pitches goes Josh Burnett, and Will Walker is just dealing right now. Monarchs still lead this one 1-0 after 4. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break on your Air Hogs Broadcast Network.
On your mark, ready, set, let's go. Dance floor pro, I know, you know, I go psycho when my new joint hit. Just can't sit, gotta get jiggy with it. That's it, now honey, come ride. DKNY, all up in my eye. You got a Prada bag with a lot of stuff in it. Give it to your friend, let's spin. Everybody looking at me, glancing a kid. Wishing they was dancing a jig here with this handsome kid. Take a cigar right from Cuba Cuba, just bite it. It's for the look, I don't light it. Ill way to ammo on the hand, stay on play. Give it up, jiggy, make it feel like foreplay. Yo, my cardio is infinite. Ha ha, Big Willie style's all in it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. What? You on the ball with the kid? Watch your step, you might fall trying to do what I did. Mama, I'ma come close side in the middle of the club with the rubber dub. No love for the hater.
Well, welcome back into Air Hog Stadium as we are set to go here for the 5th inning. Methodist will lead things off with leadoff hitter Matthias Carter, shortstop today for these Methodist University Monarchs. And he is first pitch swinging as he grounds that to his counterpart, Kaysen Novak, who's able to get a hold of that one and throw across the diamond for an easy first out to this inning.
Textbook right there.
So
It's filled in there.
It's now if I'm not mistaken, I believe that is now the 3rd inning in a row. Sorry, 2nd inning in a row for the Monarchs that had a first pitch out. Going to bring up Jacob Austin, first baseman, as he swings at the first pitch he sees. Down in an 0-1 hole.
Yeah, big swing and a miss right there.
Jacob Austin had a .420 on-base percentage last year with these Monarchs. Good for the number 4 spot on the team. Still looking for his first trip to the bases here in this one. He struck out his first time up and sacrifice bunted the last time we saw him. Down in an 0-2 hole. And that one misses well outside. 1-2 the count. It's been kind of what we've seen so far today. Malik Williams does a good job of getting ahead of guys, but just hasn't been able to find that put-away pitch.
Yeah, had to throw a lot of extra pitches around. His 3 strikes he's not gonna. You need another one right there.
Looks like Jacob Austin gave him a little bit of help as he swung at a pitch in the dirt. So drop third strike. You're gonna have to throw down to first, but that throw is good, and the second out of the inning there. So once again, we're down to 2 outs of the inning on about just 5 pitches.
Oh, yeah. Is Alex Culture looks to start a little 2-out rally here. Is
still looking for his first hit in this one. First pitch swinging as he pops this one up on the infield. Looks like that's going to make it out to the outfield just barely, as right fielder Brett Lieferman's able to get underneath that one for the final out of the inning. So still just a 1-0 game here in this one. We're going to head to the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll be right back on Your Hogs Broadcast Network after this.
She said it's cold outside and she hands me my raincoat. She's always worried about things like that. Well, she said it's all gonna end and it might as well be my fault. But she only sleeps when it's raining. And she screams, and her voice is strange. She says, baby, it's 3 a.m., I must be lonely. She says, baby, well, I can't help but be scared of it all sometimes. And the rain's gonna wash away, I believe it. A little bit of something, God, it's better than nothing. And in a color portrait world, she believes that she's got it all. She swears the moon don't hang quite as high as it
Welcome
used
back into
to.
Grand Prairie, Texas, here at Air Hogs Stadium, as we are set and ready to go for the bottom half of the 5th inning. Leading things off for the Concordia Thunder will be first baseman Jacob Gwynn. Will Walker's still out there on the mound for the Methodist University Monarchs, as that one's in there for a strike. Looked a little low, but he still gets the call there in that one.
I haven't seen many of those called today. That outside corner in particular, but that's that one right in on the knees is his is lined up, and another swing and miss right there. Found that outside.
He did. Walker once
Corner
again
again.
finds himself ahead early here in the count in the 5th inning, the same way he has done the previous 4. That one outside and low, 1-2 the count. Walker getting the start here in the first game of the season for the Monarchs, as last season he only got 1 start in his 16 appearances. So moving from the bullpen to the starting position this season is Will Walker, as That one's fouled back over behind the netting by Jacob Gwynn. 2-2 now the count. Walker still had a very good 2019 with the team, a 7-2 record with a 2.06 ERA. By far the best among Monarchs last season amongst those who qualified, as this one is going to be hit and land out in left field. That bounces in front of left fielder Rob Wilkerson, coming around first, and in with a stand-up double is Jacob Gwynn. So the Tornadoes are able to get a leadoff man in scoring position. Just only their first hit since the first inning. So now 3 hits apiece for each team, as Walker finds himself in a bit of a hole with a man in scoring position and nobody out. Fortunately for him, he has the bottom half of the lineup to deal with. Ryan Klaus, the catcher, stands in now.
His Methodist expects a bunt right here.
Yes, they do, as it looks like first baseman Jacob Austin is creeping in, expecting Klaus to put one down. But he does not show bunt, as that one's in there for a called strike.
And he's veteran catcher here. I'm not telling him to lay one down either. If I'm the first baseman, Austin, I'm a little cautious scooting up. I think he shoots one right to the right side for an easy base hit RBIs. Now he brings down the bunt. Can't quite get it down. He tried to push that one over to third base.
He was trying to counteract Austin crashing down hard. Monarch had the wheel play on the first base side. Austin crashing in, and Wesley Hall covering the bag.
Definitely want to push this one to the third baseman and make either him or the pitcher move to make a play. That ball gets to first base, he's got an easy chance to make an out as the windup is quick. Ball grinded straight to the pitcher. Nice PFP.
That was an unfortunate bunt there for Ryan Klaus. Right back to pitcher Will Walker. He's able to get a hold of that one easily and cut down leadoff runner Jacob Gwynn between second and third. So that is not how you wanted that bunt to play out at all. But unfortunately, that is how it went for these Tornadoes.
Yeah, quickly fielded the bunt. Nice stop, spin, all in one motion.
It was a solid play. I mean, usually you're not supposed to risk it with the leadoff runner, but that ball was hit so quickly back to Walker that he knew he had a shot and was able to throw an accurate ball over to Criswell.
That
one's in there for a strike.
Again, more off-season work showing. You know that's one of the little things they work on is what the pitcher's going to do when the ball's hit straight back to you. 2 out hitting, all the little things. These Methodist Monarchs looking good on early as they look to keep their 1-0 lead. Here's the lineup, wind up leg kick. And that one's shot.
It's popped up on the first base side. Austin was about 3 feet over into foul territory for an easy second out of the inning here.
Not the best at bat right there for Dalton Watts.
Well, that's going to bring us back to the top of the order here with shortstop Kaysen Novak standing in. Kaysen started the game off with a leadoff single, but since then he's flown out to center field and now looking for his third at bat here in this one, hoping to spark something for these Tornadoes. He's got a man on first and 2 outs. Still just a 1-run game, so any well-hit ball has the opportunity to tie this one up. Walker checks the runner at first.
Tough rally killer there. Have your leadoff guy throwing out at third when you're down. See if Mr. Novak can pick him up as the leg kick comes. This one's going to miss outside for a ball. But you never want to make that first out of the inning at third. Or the last.
Yeah, I was going to say, first or last out of the inning at third is cardinal sin number 1 in baseball. Right behind banging trash cans. Right, Tim? Looks like the runner is going to try to make a break for it down to second. That is a wonderful play by Alex Cochler, able to get a low strike and deliver an accurate ball over to Dalton Watts Wesley Hall covering at second. So Just like that, that is going to end the inning and remain a 1-0 ball game. We'll be right back on your Air Hogs Broadcast Network after this. Welcome back into Grand Prairie, Texas, as we are set and ready to go here in this one. Top of the 6th inning here, still just a 1-run game. Methodist 1-0 over Concordia right now. Tucker Criswell, the third baseman, looks at a first pitch strike here to start this one off. Last time up, Criswell walked and only made his way to first base and grounded out to third his first time up.
There he hits a shot to right field. It's going to get snagged out there by the right fielder, Leiferman. Nice over-the-head catches. That ball was lined towards him now. 1 out here.
The wind really picking up now as it's making its way from left field into right field and blowing here into the broadcast booth. Anything hit in the air will carry well out to right field. The opposite stands true for anything hit out into left field. This one fouled down the right field side, right line side, first base side. I'll just correct myself 4 times. Rob Wilkerson stands in to bat right now, playing left field today for these Monarchs. Last time up, he struck out swinging.
Those shadows are creeping closer and closer to the mound. I'm going to watch and see.
It's about to reach the mound now. Long since engulfed home plate.
See how contact is affected. It's tough to see a 90, 88 mile an hour fastball on regular, but that dot turns black and it's near impossible. That one's taken outside for a ball.
2-1 the count. As we mentioned earlier, a beautiful day out here at the ballpark. If you still have time, you can make it out for the 6:30 game. Tickets just $10 a piece. Kelsey and Danielle would be more than happy to facilitate that and get you into the stadium. This one chopped down the middle of the field. That's going to be playable for Dalton Watts at second, who's able to get that over to first base for the second out of the inning.
Maybe buy you a Texas Air Hog ticket package while you're up here. Let's see, May 19th.
Ticket plans. May 19th is opening day. Yeah, if you want to come up here and get a head start on your Air Hogs tickets, we're always happy to facilitate that need.
I already got my suite ordered.
Suite 13, right?
Oh, yeah.
The production suite. That's going to bring up Clay Richardson, the center fielder here for the Monarchs, as he looks at a ball on the inside part of the plate.
And a lot of zeros put up these last few innings. Just Will Walker and Matthew Williams has settled down nicely as that one's fouled off, getting into the parking lot.
Very good point. We have really been witnessing a pitcher's duel here today as no one has scored since the second inning. Concordia is still yet to put a run on the board. And that one misses low and outside. 2-1 now the count. That wind is really blowing into the booth now.
Yeah, a little
chilly.
odd as it is. A little odd wind blowing in here as this pitch is going to be lined to left field. Think that one's going to get down. No, a nice shoestring catch.
That was a heck of a play there by left fielder Josh Burnett. Able to just get his glove on that one and get the third out of the inning. If he wasn't able to catch that, that could have been trouble. But that's going to keep the score here at 1-0 in favor of the Monarchs. We are going to take a quick break here before the bottom of the sixth inning. You're listening to the Air Hogs Broadcast Network.
Yo, remember back on the bully when cats used to harmonize like, yo, my men and my women, don't forget about the dean. This is not the most the king, yo. It's about a thing, feel real good, wave your hands in the air and lick 2 shots in the atmosphere. Hey, put 'em up, It's been 3 weeks since you were looking for your friend, the one you let hit it and never called you again. Remember when he told you he was about to Benjamins? You act like you ain't him, they give him a little trim to begin. Now you think you really gon' pretend like you wasn't down and you called him again. Plus when you give it up so easy, you ain't even fooling him. If you did it then you probably can. Talking out your neck saying you're a Christian, a Muslim, sleeping with the gin. Now that was the sin that did Jezebel in. Who you gonna tell when the repercussions spin? Showing off your ass cause you thinking it's a trend, girlfriend. Let me break it down for you again. You know I only said cause I'm truly genuine. Don't be a hard rock when you really are a gem, baby girl. Respect is just the minimum.
Welcome back to the Air Hogs Broadcast Network here, bottom of the sixth inning. Score 1-0. The Methodist Monarchs up on the Concordia Tornadoes. Here is Kason Novak taking a strike down the middle. 3 hits apiece for each team, no errors. The lone run coming in the second for the Methodist Monarchs. RBI single drove in that run.
There's an RBI single off the bat of, let's see here, Ethan Carmack was the one who drove in the only run of the game.
You see Novak down 0-2 after fouling one off. Will Walker still on the mound and still dealing as that curveball retires Novak for the first out of the inning.
And like you said, Walker still out there dealing as he has now retired the last 11 batters in a row and has racked up 5 strikeouts here through his 5 1/3 innings of work.
He's finding success with his off-speed pitches.
And well, for a guy who started just 1 game last season, Walker really proven he put in some work there in the offseason and has earned himself that starting spot here for the Monarchs. First pitch here to Marcus Thatch, misses over the outer half of the plate.
Something you want to see is no better feeling than being your school's ace. Even after bullpen dominance, but gets a few more chances at more starts, gets to also learn how to extend that arm.
Everyone wants to start. You'll accept a bullpen role, but the goal is to get back to starting. Falling behind here, though, 2-0. Walker, this is just inside there. Now 3-0 the count.
You know, Marcus Thatch, designated hitter, with the 11 straight retired. Got to wonder if he has a green light right here to.
They got to get him out of the groove that he's in right now.
Spark some, not right there. He's going to take that one inside for a strike.
3-1. Marcus Thatch a .323 hitter last season, 14 runs driven in. Played in 48 games, started 37 of those. This one hit well, but right at Wesley Hall at second base, he's able to get a hold of that one and toss it easily over to Jacob Austin for the second out of the inning.
Nice play there.
Well hit ball, but unfortunately for these Tornadoes, right at a Monarch defender.
Brett Leiferman comes up, made a nice play last inning over the shoulder. Line drive catch. It's a tall guy out there.
Breaking ball finds the outside corner there for strike one.
Stand about 6'3", 6'2" from our far away view in the booth as this one misses outside. Take it easy and a deep breath right there for Walker. 1-1 count, 2 outs. Here's his windup. The pitch is going to be fouled off. Exiting Air Hog Stadium.
Very true, and that shadow continues to make its way over towards the mound. By the end of this game, that mound too will probably be completely engulfed. This one chopped down the first base side right at Jacob Austin, who's able to get a hold of that one and step onto the bag himself for the final out of the inning. So that's now 13 straight retired for Will Walker and these Methodist University Monarchs. Monarchs lead this one 1-0. We're headed to the 7th inning. We'll be back on the Air Hogs Broadcast Network after this.
I'm so happy, 'cause today found my friends are in my head. I'm so ugly, that's okay, 'cause so are you. Book on mirrors, Sunday morning is every day for all I care. And I'm not scared, light my candles in our days, 'cause I found God. I'm so lonely, that's okay, shake my head, and I'm not sad, and just maybe I'm to blame for all I've heard, I'm not sure, I'm so excited, I can't wait to meet you there.
Welcome back to the Air Hogs Broadcast Network. Malik right here with Zach Lee. Concordia Tornadoes versus the Methodist University Monarchs. 1-0 game as strike one is taken to number 2 designated hitter Jordan Cassell. Matthew Williams back on the mound. Williams only 1 run allowed through his first 6. Checks the sign here as he begins his windup. And this one's fouled right near the third base coach, who does not flinch. You've seen many.
This has really been a battle of the pitchers here so far today, as both pitchers have gone 6 innings, one allowing just 1 run, another allowing none. Fortunately for Matthew Williams, he is the one that has given up a run and is currently on book for the loss unless something can change here in these last 3 innings.
That one's in there for strike 3. Froze Mr. Castle right there.
Castle down on strikes for the second time here in this one. Unable to crack the code that is Matthew Williams out there on the mound.
Yeah,
It's going to bring up left-handed hitter number 7, Ethan Carmack. Carmack playing in right field today. Carmack drove in the lone run of the game in the second inning. 2 singles to his name here in this one. And here he is with Oh, that would have been a third one if not for Dalton Watts and an amazing leaping grab over there at second base. He's able to make the catch and record the out for the second out of the inning and steal the third single of the game away from Ethan Carmack. And a wonderful defensive play.
He made that look too easy.
He really did. Look at the replay here, see what we can see.
Made the play, ranging to his left.
Well, he did. He
Nice snag right there.
full extension there to get a hold of that, and just able to stand up and make an easy casual throw over to first base. You're right, Malik. He made that look way too easy.
There's some action in the Monarch. Some action in the Tornado bullpen.
So we have a pinch hitter in. Hitting now for Wesley Hall is number 23, McKinney Strickland.
Wish we could see numbers. Can't see a number here to get an accurate call on who's up in the bullpen, but we got it.
Yeah, I don't have my binoculars, so I'm not. I can tell you it's the Concordia bullpen. That's about all I can give you. 0-2 the count now to Strickland.
Your favorite sidearm delivery guys getting ready to enter for your loyal Concordia fans as well. Find out if a change is made, but right now Mr. Matthew Williams is not looking forward to that as he just misses that one.
1-2 now the count to Strickland.
Heading the count, wow, 1-2. And as he says on the other side, Will Walker's retired 13 in a row. Mr. Williams has done a nice job of stemming the tide to keep his team only down one run.
To your point, that's now the 10th batter in a row that he has retired, this time via the strikeout, as McKinley Strickland comes in for the pinch hit but unable to be successful as he strikes out there. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. Still a 1-0 game here. We're headed to the bottom of the 7th inning here in Texas Air Hog Stadium.
To you. In a boy's dream. In a boy's dream. Touch your lips just so I know in your eyes, love, it glows so I'm bare-boned and crazy for you. Oh, when you come crash into me, baby, and I come into in a boy's dream. In a boy's dream.
Welcome back into Air Hog Stadium as we are ready to go here for the bottom of the 7th inning. Stepping in for the Concordia Tornadoes, number 14, third baseman Owen Hill. Owen Hill still looking for his first hit here in this one as he has struck out swinging his previous 2 times up. First pitch swinging is Hill as he knocks this one out to right field. Taking a couple steps over to his right is right fielder Ethan Carmack is able to reach up and put that one away for an easy first out to this bottom of the 7th. Had a lot of one-pitch outs here in this one.
A lot of quick at-bats, and
We have seen a couple of guys work, but with all the one-pitch outs, it ends up kind of evening out, and as a result, we've seen these starting pitchers able to go deep into this one.
even hard hit balls, they're going landing right in front of these infielders and outfielders. Not a lot of tough plays having to be made. We saw the great catch from.
Yeah, Dalton Watts last inning. But you're right. Besides that, most of these balls have been hit right at defenders. I think this kind of goes back to the point you were making earlier. At this point in the season, those bats are pretty cold. A lot of guys still trying to wake up and figure things out there at the plate. As the season goes on, I'm sure a lot of that will change. 1-2 now the count.
That swing right there might attest to that.
Only 3 hits apiece for each team here in this one. 6 total hits in the game. Still no errors committed by either team.
Mr. Will Walker throws a lot different from the pitching machine, that's for sure.
I think that's what Concordia is finding out, is unable to hold himself from going around that time is Grayson Lee. That is another strikeout, and now the 15th batter in a row retired by Will Walker. He has found a rhythm up there at the plate, on the mound, and is really not giving Concordia any breaks whatsoever. There is someone up and throwing in the bullpen right now, but the way Walker is throwing, you'd have to imagine he has this inning or until he gives up a base runner.
Well, he's throwing. I don't think he's giving up the ball at all. As they make him run a long way, he's even going to go. He says, I got the rest, man.
Shortstop who didn't want to help him there, as that one got away from him. But
yeah, he said, I've handled the batters. I can get that too. Let me get back and toe the rubber. As he checks in on his sign after pounding his chest and just misses that one.
2-0 now the count.
Ball bounces to the catcher.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one also a little low there. So after getting the first 2 outs rather quickly, Will Walker has fallen behind 3-0 to left fielder Josh Burnett. Burnett also looking for his first hit here in this one. He's flown out, popped out in foul territory, and struck out swinging so far in this one. Walker able to find the strike zone there. 3-1 now the count. Walker's fallen behind 3-0 now 3 times here in this one. The previous 2 times he was able to record an out. So here's this one fouled up and over us. That's going to run the count full. And after starting 3-0, Will Walker has gotten back into this at-bat. Now a full count. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. That's 16 in a row with 7 strikeouts for Will Walker. Just a dominant performance on the mound for the Monarch starter. Still a 1-0 lead for Methodist University. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for the 8th inning here on your Air Hogs Broadcast Network. back into Air Hawks Stadium as we have a pitching change on the mound for the Concordia Tornadoes. Coming in relief of starter Matthew Williams is number 22, Daniel Lewis. Last season for the Tornadoes, Daniel Lewis had no record, appearing in 11 games with no starts and a 4.20 ERA. He had 15 innings pitched and 11 strikeouts in his first action here in 2020. This ball is bunted by Jake down the line. That's going to be the first out of the inning, as Matthias Carter is not able to leg out the bunt there, and he will be thrown out by third baseman Owen Hill.
That's a good idea right there to get one down. Couldn't quite push it enough, though, to give himself a chance to beat it. Is now first baseman Jacob Austin prepares to bat. We are now in the top of the 8th.
Austin calls for time. He gets it.
Score still 1-0. Concordia Methodist, up. After they scored their lone run in the top of the second inning.
High and tight. Looks like it might have caught a piece of Austin there, and it did. He's going to go ahead and take his bag. It's the second hit by pitch of the game for Methodist.
I think that one might. I think I'm seeing a little mustache from here. I think they might have chipped him there. That one
just grazed him, but enough for him to get his free bag. So with one out, the Monarchs have a base runner down at first base, and their guy up at the plate, Alex Cochler. Cochler still looking for his first hit in this one, but last season for these Monarchs, Cochler was a force to be reckoned with, hitting an impressive 406 on the season. Also led the team in home runs with 7 and RBI with 54.
Oh, what a diving stop. Turns the one, and he's going to get, safe.
What a play there.
What a diving stop.
Not able to get the runner at first who's going to be safe, so just a fielder's choice there. But nearly an inning-ending double play.
Owen Hill snagged that one. Got up and fired to Dalton Watts, who threw a strike over to first base, and that one looked like he might have got him. They're gonna wave. Cochler safe, but again, what a play there by Concordia third baseman Owen Hill. There are now 2 outs in the inning. This one's thrown, gonna land low for ball 1, and we've seen some great defense today. Another diving stop saw Dalton Watt to make one a few innings back. Now his third baseman mate says, "Let me one up you there." As this one swung on a drive, shot to deep left. Looks like it's going to hang right in front of the warning track. As Josh Burnett makes the play. As now we head on to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Score 1-0. Concordia leads here on the Air Hogs Broadcast Network.
Yeah, and he's coming this way. Ooh.
S and the P wanna get with me, cool, but I'm wicked G. Hit skins, but never quickly. I hit the skins for the hell of it, just for the yell I get, for the smell of it. You want my ball, here's the hot rod. 12 inches to a yard and have you sounding like a retard. Big 12 of a 6'2", wanna hit you.
So what you wanna do?
What you wanna do?
I wanna shoot.
Shoot that, shoot that, shoot that.
back into Air Hog Stadium as we have a pitching change on the mound for the Methodist University Monarchs. Coming in relief of starter Will Walker, who had an incredible performance here in his first action of 2020, is number 4, Hunter Barnes. Hunter appeared in 10 games last season, getting 1 start. He had an 0-1 record with a 5.4 ERA as his first pitch misses outside.
Like you said, 16 batters in a row retired for
Hunter Barnes comes in with some big shoes to fill, as Will Walker was out there just dealing for these Monarchs. 1-1 the count. Leading off this inning is Jacob Gwynn, the first baseman for Concordia.
Yes.
Jacob hit a double into left field last time up, but unfortunately for him was caught advancing to third on a failed sacrifice bunt, as he's able to knock this one, though, through the gap and into center field. So that's going to be a leadoff base runner for Concordia in just a 1-run game. So leadoff single for Jacob Gwynn gives his team a chance to tie this one up late. Again, bottom of the 8th inning, Monarchs lead this one 1-0 after putting up their lone run in the top half of the second. Since then, we've had 5 1/2 scoreless innings.
I think a lot of light bulbs went off when they saw Mr. Walker not towing the rubber.
And they got Walker
Another
out there,
inning.
and all of their problems seem to disappear as this one bounces in. Showing bunt was Ryan Klaus, but no need to make an effort there as that one bounces into the catcher. 1-0 the count. With that single by Jacob Gwynn, the Concordia Tornadoes have now out-hit the Monarchs in this one 4-3, as the bunt is pushed down the first base line but gets foul, so it's going to be 1-1 now.
See here if they call on the bunt play again. Veteran catcher up. Obviously speed not playing a big factor in his
Showing
game.
bunt again.
Can't
Not
get it
able
down.
to get that one down as it bounces back foul behind the catcher. So 1-2 the count. He's going to have to swing the stick now.
See if they trust him enough to attempt another one after 2 straight fouls, or you even consider sending the runner to guarantee a guy at second. Trust him on some hit and run contact. A lot of possibilities as he kind of quick pitches him right there, but that one's going to miss outside for a ball. Looked like a changeup.
And Klaus still searching for his first hit in this one. He's walked so far and grounded into a fielder's choice his last time up. Had a 202 average on the season last year with 16 runs driven in.
Good time to call for the hit and run. You're not going to see it as that one misses inside, but for a full count, get some action and avoid a double play. Got to trust Klaus not to strike out, as this one is fouled straight back. Gets stuck in one of our Air Hog Suite, which you can purchase ahead of our opening day.
Very true. Still available for the 2020 season. Hunter Barnes looks in. Here's the payoff pitch. This one is also fouled off and into the netting behind home plate. So really putting up a good fight there is the Tornadoes catcher, Ryan Klaus. Hunter Barnes having to throw quite a few pitches here in this AB.
I think Barnes just taking his cuts now. So,
Big swing and a miss there, as it looks like Hunter Barnes pulled the string on him, as Ryan Close was well out in front of that one. First out of the inning comes via swinging strikeout. That's going to bring up second baseman, number 1, Dalton Watts. Dalton Watts still searching for his first hit here in this one as well. He grounded out to third base his first time up and popped out in foul territory to first base last time up.
watching the 9-hole, gotta always worry about the possibility of a bunt, which he shows, but pulls back. It's a strike anyway.
Looked like he might have actually been able to do something with that one, but decided to pull back nonetheless.
Sort of a second leadoff hitter, that 9-hole, a very important spot, as you can See now, and he rips this one to center. It's going to get down the right. Good cutoff on the play, but going to let Watts get in the second. Watts slides in. They're going to hold the runner at third as they check him. He's going to be safe.
Big piece of hitting there by the 9-hole hitter, able to come up with a clutch double in a clutch situation. So now, after leading this game 1-0 for the entirety of it, the Monarchs are in danger of losing it as the Tornadoes now have 2 men in scoring position after that all-important double by Dalton Watts. Men on second and third now for leadoff man Kaysen Novak.
And Watts stung that one. It was a great way to cut that one off by Clay Richardson out in center to only make it a double, and more importantly, leave the runner at third here with one out. The infield comes in.
A very good point there, Malik. That's actually the second run that we've seen Richardson keep off the board. Early in the first inning, he had a throw into the plate that helped keep a guy at third, and Walker was able to get the final out. Hopefully for these Monarchs, they're able to do the same here with Hunter Barnes. First pitch here to Novak is in there for a called strike, so 0-1 the count. Monarchs need this one to really looking for the strikeout or keep the ball on the infield. That one's just a little low.
Ball right there, and with the infield in, anything that gets to the outfield, you could see the scoreboard flip. In this bottom of the 8th inning, looks like the closer might be getting ready to warm up for the Tornadoes. Here's the 1-1.
You guys up and throwing in both bullpens right now as 1-1 misses inside, 2-1 now. That Tornadoes dugout has gotten a little bit more lively as they smell the blood in the water here. 2 men on second and third in a 1-run ball game, only 1 out. And your leadoff hitter up at the plate. 2-1 count. Here it is. This one slapped down the first base side. Jacob Austin able to catch that one and bring it on the bag for the second out of the inning, but not before looking Jacob Gwynn back into third base and keeping the runners where they are. That is not what you wanted if you were Kaysen Novak, and he is not happy with himself as he is slamming his bat into the turf.
For that Methodist dugout, a perfect play.
It was about exactly what you would have hoped for. If not a strikeout, you were hoping for something like that. Jacob Austin makes another nice play, his third unassisted put out of the game. That's going to bring up Marcus Thatch, the designated hitter. He looks at a first pitch called strike on the inner half of the plate.
Yeah, with 2 outs here, if Thatch can't get it done, this might tell the story of the game for the Tornadoes if they can't finish the comeback.
Drive their guys in, but they do still have the 9th inning to work with if this 8th inning does not work out. Looks like he showed bunt there but pulled back at the last moment. Now a 1-1 count as that one was well low. Barnes trying to dig himself out of the hole he's found himself in and maintain that 1-0 lead. That one misses just outside. 2-1 now the count. High pressure situation here in this one. Bottom of the 8th inning in a 1-run game. Marcus Thatch stands in with a man on second and third looking to tie this one or take the lead with a swing into the outfield. Here's the 2-1. That one's inside. 3-1 the count now.
Got to pick a zone here if you're Thatch. Got your 3-hole hitter, Leifman coming up next. No, he'd love to see the bases loaded, but if you can do it yourself, pick a zone and knock in 2 here.
Here's the pitch. That one's fouled back into the netting behind home plate. It's going to run the count full here, and so here we are. About the highest pressure situation you can get. A 1-run ball game in the bottom of the 8th. Full count and runners in scoring position. Who's going to come out ahead here? Here's the payoff pitch. That one's high and outside. He's going to walk the bases loaded now. And that is going to bring up the 3-hole hitter, Brett Lieferman. Brett Lieferman was the best hitter for these Concordia Tornadoes last year. He had a 374 average, 5 home runs, and 40 RBIs, all leading the team. So we're going to have a quick little mound visit out here.
I think this is
Head coach Tom Austin out there having a quick chat with Hunter Barnes.
Tom Austin at the head coaching spot. Spencer Martin has the assistant coach role. As you see, one of the most precious situations in baseball, bottom of the 8th, bases loaded. Your team's trailing by 1, and the 3-hole hitter is up. Right fielder, Brett Lieferman. Lieferman bats from the left side, high pants, stirrup socks.
Still looking. Hasn't been able to get a hit since the first inning. He got a single in the first inning. Since then, he's flown out to center and grounded out to first. As he looks at the first pitch there outside for a ball.
Nowhere to put him.
Here's the 1-0. This is low, 2-0 the count.
A walk does the same as a RBI single here for Lieferman, so wouldn't want to force on anything, but find your pitch and drive it here.
Here's the 2-0. That one misses low as well. 3-0 now the count. Hunter Barnes has really put himself in a tough position here. Bases loaded, 1-run game, and a 3-0 count.
If you're Lieferman, you put your bat down and you untuck your gloves.
Yep. You make him throw that strike. And he's not able to. He's going to walk in a run, and that is going to tie the ball game at 1 apiece. So, wonderful piece of demonstration of hitting here all around by the Concordia Thunder as they're able to get the leadoff man on, and some nifty at-bats after. Tie this one up at 1. That's going to... Looks like that's going to be it, too, for Hunter Barnes as Tom Austin makes his way back out to the mound and makes a signal to the bullpen. So we're going to take a quick break here. We'll be right back and let you know all about the new pitcher after this. at Air Hog Stadium as we have a pitching change on the mound. Coming in relief of Hunter Barnes for the Methodist Monarchs is number 11, big righty Lance Forstenberg. Forstenberg stands at 6'3", 230 pounds, a senior out of Virginia Beach, Virginia. He stands in with the bases loaded in a tie ball game and a 3-0 count.
He stands across from another big righty, Owen Hill.
Sorry, it's a empty count. The scoreboard was wrong up there. But yes, Owen Hill, the third baseman, stands in for Concordia. First pitch to him is in there for a called strike. Forstenberg getting his first bit of action here with the Methodist Monarchs after not playing in Methodist last season, in the 2019 season. The tall righty looks in, ready for the 0-1 pitch. That one bounces in. 1-1 the count. For Forstenberg, this is a rough situation to come into. Bases loaded, just looking to get that final out and hope to give your guys a chance to take the lead back in the top of the ninth.
No time to get your feet wet here. Got to lock in and make some pitches and get some out. Here's his delivery there. It's going to be swung on and fouled. Now it counts 1-2. Here in the bottom of the eighth. In a one-run game, bases loaded. Clean up, hitters up, down 1-2. We'll see if Methodist Monarchs can save and go to this ninth inning with the clean slate as he sets, leg kicks and fires one. He's going to miss slow, like a change-up. For the second ball, as we have twos across the scoreboard. 3 runners on base in the eighth. Hill. That's his delivery. Swung on, missed.
Forstenberg is able to come in and get the job done. Gets that final out and keeps the score tied at 1-1. So brand new ball game headed to the ninth inning. We'll be right back on your Air Hogs broadcast network after this.
Tell me what this is all about.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lying to chalk. I really hate the trip, but I gotta low. As they croak, I see myself in the pistol smoke. Fool, I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like, on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light. Been spending most of the night living in a gangster's paradise. We've been spending most of the night living in a gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of the night living in a gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of the night living in a gangster's paradise. Look at the situation they got me facing. I can't live a normal life. I was raised by the street, so I gotta be down with the hood team. Too much television watching got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. Got my tin in my hand and a gleam in my eye. I'm a low
Back
down
in Air Hog Stadium as we are ready to kick off what should be an exciting ninth inning. Game tied at 1 apiece. Methodist 3 hits, no errors. Concordia 5 hits, no errors. Leading the inning off for the Methodist University Monarchs is number 3 left fielder Rob Wilkerson. Looks at a ball inside there, 1-0. Still pitching for Concordia is number 2 Daniel Lewis, out for his second inning of work.
We're going to see a game winner on one of two sides here tonight. No ties here in baseball. That's a strike taken on the inside corner. Got to know that.
We will play till we have a winner here in this one.
Mr. Wilkerson, the left fielder, he's got some good speed if he can get on. Got to wonder what game plan the coach would follow next as his center fielder's up. A big cut. Swings
Down to a knee
down.
there on that swing. Not able to get that one. Looked like he was way out in front of the breaking pitch there.
Slide out to down the road Hall of Famer Adrian Beltre with that swing.
Yeah. He did a better job of connecting on him.
Oh, yeah.
1-2 the count now to Rob Wilkerson. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss there as he's unable to hold off of the pitch flowing away. So down on strikes is the leadoff man for the Monarchs, and that's going to bring up center fielder Clay Richardson.
Wilkerson rocks away with some newfound respect for Mr. Daniel Lewis. Those last two pitches had him completely fooled.
Those were not very disciplined swings there as went down on the last two chasing pitches out of the zone. Richardson stands in for his fourth at-bat here in this one. He walked and scored the lone run of the game for the Monarchs and flew out to left field his previous two at-bats. That one misses up high, 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. That one's going to make it through the hole and into center field, so the Monarchs are able to get a man on board here in the ninth inning via the bat of Clay Richardson. A nice piece of hitting there, is able to handle what he was given and just put it right back up the middle.
Nice piece of hitting. Shot that one past the shortstop, and now you get Jordan Cassell, 6'2", 245-pound junior from Ramsey, North Carolina, from Faith Christian School originally, as this one's going to miss outside, bounce in front of the catcher, but there will be no advancement.
If he wasn't able to get his body in front of that one, that might have been able just enough to get Richardson over to second base. Castle here is still looking for a hit. He was able to get a single in the second inning, but has struck out swinging his previous two times up.
Gotta hope if there's going to be no steal call, Wilkerson can get a better read on when the ball's bouncing the home plate. Wonder if there are going to be regrets on him not taking that extra base right there, but with Mr. Cassell up.
1-0 the count now.
Now the entire infield is in the shadow. Here's the pitch, swung on hard and missed. Nice.
Big hack there at that one, not able to come up with it. Looked like he was a little in front of that one as well as he was down the third baseline for the signs. Stands into the batter's box as he's ready to go here. That shadow now has almost engulfed the entirety of the infield. Another little pickoff attempt over there to first base. Nothing much going on, and he looks into his catcher ready to read the signs. 1-1 the count now. Lewis, a much slower worker than Williams and Walker were to start this game. Here's the 1-1.
Runner takes off.
That one's in
goes
there.
Down. He's not going to be in time.
What a nice piece of stealing there. Richardson got an excellent jump off of that pitch there. Was able to make his run down towards second. If he hadn't gotten that jump, he would have not been able to make it safe. Wonderful piece of base running there by the Monarchs' second center fielder.
Catcher bounced that one a little earlier than he'd want to do.
I think he was was caught a little off guard by the steal there, though they had to kind of expect it and with the situation. But now Castle has a man in scoring position here for the Monarchs DH, hoping to do a little bit of damage and take back the lead. But the Monarchs held from between the second until last 8th inning.
2-1 count. Runner on second, and a single will be the go-ahead run.
Here's the pitch. The runner's going. Looked like they had the hit and run on there. Doesn't work as that ball is fouled back over the stands. Unfortunate, too, as it looked like Richardson got a really good jump again there and probably would have been safe at third.
Yeah, third base coach.
Had the hit and run work, that would have for sure been the game-leading run.
Saw some frustration on the third base coach. Yeah, I wasn't able to get that one down on the hit and run.
Everything else went their way except for the hit part. 2-2 now the count to the DH as the Tornadoes decide for a little pickoff attempt at second. Richardson able to make it back in time. Nothing going.
And like you said, I think he might have been safe right there without the swing.
Tight ball game here in the top of the 9th inning. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed by Castle. He's going to go down swinging for the third straight time here in this one. A rough outing to start the year for Jordan Castle. He's going to bring up number 7, right fielder Ethan Carmack. Carmack has 2 singles already here in this one, but did ground out to second his last time up on an amazing play by Dalton Watts.
We'll see if he can shoot one to that side of the game.
Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss there. 0-1 the count now.
Not the prettiest looking one either right there for...
A very confident swing by Carmack, you're right. Trying to put them back on top with one swing there. Does have a man in scoring position. Trying to drive him home to get that lead back. A 1-1 tie here in the 9th inning. Here's the 0-1. That one in there for a called strike. 0-2 the count. Ethan Carmack not agreeing with the call there. He thought that one was a little low.
Quickly 0-2, and Concordia with a chance to sort of what feels like steal this game if they can get out of here and push across a walk-off run. Let's see if they can.
Spent about 85% of it behind. You can come out of here with that one swung on, drop third strike. The throw down to first is going to be in time. That's going to retire the side. Daniel Lewis is able to avoid the trouble after the one-out single. So a tied ball game heading to the bottom of the 9th inning. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break on the Air Hogs Broadcast Network.
She said
back to the Air Hogs Broadcasting Network, and we have a dandy of a game here for you guys. 1-1, Concordia versus Methodist University. Bottom of the 9th inning.
Grayson Lee, the center fielder, number 9, up to bat right now for Concordia. He'll lead off this inning. Still looking for his first hit of the ball game as he has grounded out to second, first, and struck out swinging so far. Looks at the first ball on the outer part of the plate. That's 1-0 now the count. So Concordia really looking to steal this one. That one's in there for a called strike, 1-1. The Monarchs went up early 1-0 in the second inning and held that lead for most of the game until Concordia was able to tie it up in the bottom half of the 8th at 1 apiece. They can put another run on the board here in the bottom of the 9th. They'll be able to walk off and steal one as this one is grounded over to third. Criswell's able to catch it on a hop and throw that across the diamond to retire a hustling Grayson Lee. Very close there to a leadoff single, but a nice play by the Monarchs' third baseman is able to keep the leadoff man from reaching base.
That it works. Lance Furstenberg on the mound, 6'3", 230 out of Virginia Beach. Now up to the plate. He faces Josh Burnett, left fielder. He's looking to begin around as he takes one inside.
Monarchs now playing for extra innings as they were unable to hold the lead they got early on and do anything about it in the 9th inning. So Furstenberg hoping to get his team another chance to bat as Burnett takes a big hack at that one and comes up empty. 0-2 now the count. This game started as a pitcher's duel between the two starting pitchers. Will Walker for the Methodist University Monarchs went 7 innings of no-run baseball.
Nice play, Coach.
Matthew Williams able to go 6 innings of 1-run baseball. So
retired 20 and was it 16 and
16 in a row for Will Walker that he retired before he was pulled.
I think about 10 for Matthew Williams. Both starting pitchers did outstanding. You wonder if Will Walker gets to pitch in the 8th inning if we're still in this situation, but
that one chopped off of, it looks like the front foot there of Burnett. That's not going to be a playable ball, but umpire's going to give him a moment to collect himself as that one hurts, bouncing one off the top of your foot like that.
He's tough swinging, but he's going to need to walk that one off. Got off his leg, went out to the shortstop as it rolled. Count still at 0-2. Again, a 1-1 game. Methodist Monarchs versus Concordia Tornadoes out of Austin, Texas. This one is swung on, driven to deep left. It's going to be foul.
Well, he gets over there to the locker rooms. Well, foul there, but the way Rob Wilkerson gave chase looked like it might have been fair for a minute. Still 0-2 the count, 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th.
Wind blowing.
Concordia trying to get someone on base to complete the comeback here as that one misses outside, 1-2.
Wind blowing hard out to right field. Some balls such as the foul one we just saw, not ideal.
And this is a well-hit ball. That's going to get into right field. That's going to bounce a couple times in front of Ethan Carmack, but that's going to be a 1-out single for Josh Burnett, and it puts Concordia in a good position here with 1 out and a man on first. Let's see if they try to steal or sacrifice him over into scoring position. With 1 out, I'm not sure if they're going to be willing to sacrifice bunt here, but maybe some nifty base running will get the job done.
Let's see if they consider another hit and run.
A very big lead over there for Burnett. Jacob Gwynn, first baseman, stands in. He's going. Burnett is on the run there. Looks like the hit and run was on. That ball is lifted out into left field. easy ball for Rob Wilkerson, who doesn't really have to move. Waits on that one and makes the catch. So quick second out of the inning. The hit and run fails. Unfortunately so, as it looked like Josh Burnett had a good jump there.
Again, execution on the hit and run. Got to put that ball on the ground somewhere. Prefer it on the right side, but just anything is better than the fly ball.
Concordia down to their final out. Ryan Close stands in now. And it looks like, which was outside there, so far outside, almost thought it was an intentional walk.
Had to make sure nothing was up there, but again, the run game might become a factor when I get a guy to scoring position. Already tough enough to hit it off Fernstenberg. As he tells the Weber, quickly winds up and throws one in for a ball. It's now 2-0. 2 outs in a 1-1 game.
Ryan Close trying to be the hero here for these Concordia Tornadoes. Still looking for his first hit in this one. He's walked, grounded into a fielder's choice, and struck out swinging. Looking for his first hit of the season here in this one. And that one misses outside as well.
And the 3-0 count, chance to get your brethren to scoring position. I think you sort of loosen up your bat. Might not even want to look at the play wrist on your hand. Maybe take your helmet off and set the bat down and do not swing at ball 4.
You cannot swing at ball 4 in this situation here. Quick little mound visit there between Alex Cochler and Lance Forstenberg. Here's the 3-0. Misses outside. That's going to put a runner into scoring position and a Mather on first. That's going to bring up second baseman Dalton Watts, the 9-hole hitter. He helped continue a rally his last time up with an all-important double that helped his team tie this one up. He could become the hero again with a similar at-bat.
A little more cloud coverage and the lights begin to turn on Air Hog Stadium. See if Dalton Watts can play hero. Long look in, here's the delivery. It's going to miss. Ooh, it's going to be called a strike. On the outside corner, excuse me, 0-1's account. Watts took that pitch all the way.
Pretty good speed over there with Josh Burnett. Any ball hit well enough into the outfield should end this game. Here's a ball hit pretty well out into right field. Going back on it is Carmack. He's able to make the catch, and that is going to do it here for 9 innings. We've got extra innings of baseball here at Air Hog Stadium. A 1-1 tie after 9. We'll be right back on your Air Hogs broadcast network after this.
Trying to get up that great big hill of hope for a destination. I realized quickly when I knew I should that the world was made up of this brotherhood of man, or whatever that means. Into a crisis times when I'm lying in bed just to get it all out. What's in my head? And I am feeling a little peculiar. And so I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and
It's a bunt down the third base line. Unfortunately, that goes foul, so 0-1 the count now. Still on the mound for Concordia is number 22, Daniel Lewis, out for his third inning of work now. He's been quite successful in his previous 2 innings.
Nichols comes in. Right-handed batter, right-handed thrower, stands 5'6" tall, 145-pound sophomore from Timberlake, North Carolina, originally from Pearson High School. Seeking his first action of the season here in this, what we could call the second half of this game, as we are in extra innings, tied at 1. It's been a great pitching duel, a great game, great set of baseball, these first 2. As we finally see extra innings here for 2020. Again, the Monarchs jumped out to the early 1-0 lead. Held that lead a long way. Pitcher Will Walker at one point retiring the last 16 batters he faced. On the other side, Matthew Williams had himself a day as well, as he retired nearly 10. Williams' team was able to finally strike a run across the board when Walker was replaced for Hunter Barnes in the 8th as the 2-1 pitch is delivered.
Hit well out to center field, but unfortunately that's going to be a playable ball for Grayson Lee. Just has to make a couple steps over to his right to get that one. So first out of the inning comes relatively easy for Concordia, but we're back to the top of the order now for the Methodist University Monarchs. Number 8, Matthias Carter now leading things off. Still looking for his first hit of the season here in this one. He did have a walk in the 3rd inning, but he's struck out swinging, grounded out to shortstop and to third base.
Well, these teams are going to have to string a few hits together, as this one's ripped to center field where it just dies.
Another play there made by Grayson Lee, an easy one, as he just had to make a couple steps and wait on it, but quickly now the Monarchs are down to their final out here of the 10th inning. That's going to come down to first baseman Jacob Austin. Jacob Austin also looking for his first hit in this one. Had a sacrifice bunt, struck out swinging twice, and grounded into a fielder's choice.
Austin up goes with the no glove look during this plate appearance. Just going to take one for a strike on that outside corner. 0-1's the count. With 2 outs, something that the Monarchs haven't done in a while, as they're being out hit 4-6 and stringing a few back-to-back hits.
Monarchs really haven't been able to do much outside of that 2nd inning. Since then, not much offense to be said, as Jacob Austin tries to put down a bunt there, but is unsuccessful as that rolls foul down the third base line. So 0-2 the count. We're going to do that again.
And again, this ballpark proven, whether it be professionally or at the amateur level, is definitely a pitcher's park. A lot of these balls you see hit hard, they die immediately.
The balls outfield is where baseballs go to die here in Air Hogs Stadium. You hit one up in that airstream, and more often than not, the wind will knock that down and make it a playable ball for the outfielders out there.
Gotta string some together. That one's taken for strike 3.
Strike 3. That's going to be a quick 1-2-3 inning for Daniel Lewis, and he once again gives his team a chance to take the lead. We're going to go to the bottom of the 10th inning, still tied 1-1 here on your Air Hogs Broadcast Network.
everybody back into the Air Hogs Broadcast Network here in the bottom half of the 10th inning. Kaysen Novak leads us off here, a 1-1 tie, as he looks to help his Concordia Tornadoes walk it off as he takes ball one right there.
Lance Furstenberg still out there on the mound for Methodist.
Casey was up his last time, had runners on second and third, but grounded to the first baseman with infield in, and thus couldn't help his Tornadoes push across what would have been a go-ahead run. He now leads this count 2-0.
So not what you want if you're the Monarchs, falling behind the leadoff guy here in the bottom of the 10th inning. That one's in there for a strike, so 2-1 the count, able to find the strike zone there. Furstenberg has been good so far in the 2 1/3 innings that he's worked. Ran into a little bit of trouble there in the bottom of the ninth last inning, but overall able to work through it, especially considering that when he originally came in, it was a bases loaded situation, as it looks like a little break in play as one of the other teams warming up accidentally knocked a baseball onto the field. Rob Wilkerson going over to handle that, and looks like that's done and ready for the 2-1 pitch here.
Yes.
Here it is. Big hack there by Kaysen Novak, not able to make any connection. Now a 2-2 count.
We do have a game 3 getting ready to be played. About a little over an hour after this one finishes. We'll see if the game time changes. Great thing about the turf infield, as this curveball lands behind him.
I was going to say, I don't think that even was in front of him. Full count now.
We will play baseball at Air Hogs no matter what, and that mound is the only dirt part of the field.
It has to really be raining for anything to cancel game here, as this one's grounded down the third base side, but that gets foul.
Makes for some quick field maintenance.
Yes, it does. I'm sure Buddy Craig enjoys the fact that he only has to worry about the mound rather than an entire dirt infield and mowing and maintaining all that grass.
Yeah. Hope your off season's going well, buddy.
Full count. Here's the payoff pitch. This one hit well, and that's going to be a single that bounces a couple times in front of Rob Wilkerson, but Kaysen Novak able to come up with a big single here for this team, as the leadoff man is now aboard with nobody out in the bottom of the 10th inning.
What an at-bat right there for
Yes, it was.
Kaysen Novak. Went from being up 2-0 to a 3-2 tie, and all the way to
worked that into a single that he was able to rope out into left field, right between the gap between third and shortstop. So nice piece of hitting there for the Tornadoes shortstop, as showing bunt is Marcus Thatch as he tries to pull back, but a called strike there. So 0-1 the count.
One thing we haven't seen today executed to the best of its ability is definitely the ability to bunt.
Yeah, but there have been maybe 1 or 2 good bunts this game of the 6 or 7 attempted.
We just really need to get this one down, not get it to 2 strikes.
Tornadoes looking to steal this one, as they had been behind for the majority of this game. Went 7.5 innings, trailing 1-0 before they were able to tie things up in the bottom half of the 8th. Now here in the bottom half of the 10th with a man on first and nobody out, they're looking to come back and steal this one. Monarchs on the other side of things have to be frustrated, considering their starter came out and gave them 7 wonderful scoreless innings, only to have things get tied in the 8th, and that ball bounces in. Kaysen Novak was stealing. Unfortunately for Alex Cochler, he's never able to get a hold of that ball, and that's an easy stolen base there for Kaysen Novak. So now runner in scoring position and nobody out for designated hitter Marcus Thatch in a 1-1 count.
Great way to lay off that one right there for Mr. Thatch.
Not sure if there was a hit and run in play there, but either way.
I think he might see him drop a bunt down again with nobody out and get that guy to third. Corners in as
Looks
he
like he's showing bunt. You're very right there, Malik.
squares.
Oh,
Pushes this
he
one high.
pops
Can the
this
catcher
one
make
up.
the
That is
play?
the
Yes, he
exact
can.
opposite of what you wanted to do. As he pops this one, that bunt attempt up behind home plate, and catcher Alex Cochler is able to come down with the ball there. So nice play by Cochler to come down with the ball, but a very poor piece of bunting there by the Tornadoes.
That it was. He's done better. They're gonna give the intentional walk to
Yeah, it looks
Brett
like
Leiferman.
Leiferman's going to get walked there. With how dangerous of a hitter he is, it makes sense to give him the open base and go after Owen Hill. Third baseman Owen Hill stands in now, ready to try and give his team the lead here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Runners on first and second, just one out.
Base hit. Might win this game.
Owen Hill still looking for his first hit here in this one. He's flown out to right and struck out swinging 3 times.
Double play has us headed to the 11th as this one misses low and outside.
Double play is a possibility here with a man on first and one out. Although Leiferman is a hard guy to double up on, he runs very well.
He comes set for the 1-0. Leg kick fires a double steal.
Double steal is on. Going
Got
down to
him.
third and in time with the throw is Alex Cochler. That was a wonderful play by the Monarchs catcher there, able to cut down the runner between second and third base and make the second out of the inning.
Again, an unexecuted hit and run for the Concordia Tornadoes.
It was unfortunate after getting the leadoff man on with nobody out. They're now down to their final out in the inning, although they do still have a man on second in scoring position.
Yes. The momentum shifts right back to the Monarch side. Pitching's delivered. It's going to miss outside. It's going to be ball 2. 2-1's the count.
You're very right, Malik. This has been a pitcher's duel through and through, both with the starters and now with the bullpen dueling it out here. The Monarchs do have someone up and throwing in their bullpen, so there might be someone to come in for Forster if this game should continue past the 10th inning. Time is called at the plate.
Those outfielders need to stretch their arms. I think if this one, no matter how hard it gets, if it gets out in that outfield, you got to wave Mr. Novak around. Mr. Thotch around. Because this one is swung on very early, nearly straight back outside of Airhawk Stadium, but as we get 2s across the board, runner on second, 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes, as the Tornadoes look to make it 2-1 with the base hit. Comes sets to throw.
2-2 pitch. Here it is, hit well out to left field. Going out towards it is Rob Wilkerson. He's able to make the catch over his left shoulder, and 10 innings is not enough to decide this one. We are heading to the 11th. Still a tied ball game, 1-1. We'll be right back on your Air Hogs Broadcast Network after this.
Should stay, I would all.
Blame it all on my roots. I showed up in boots and ruined your black tie affair. The last one to know, the last one to show, I was the last one you thought you'd see there. And I saw the surprise and the fear in his eyes when I took his glass of champagne. I toasted you, said, honey, we may be through, but you'll never hear me complain. 'Cause I got friends in
Welcome back on the Air Hogs Broadcast Network here for our 11th. Don't speak any other languages, but the 11th inning here in a 1-1 tie. Our scoreboard is officially clear. The Concordia Tornadoes tie the Methodist University Monarchs at 1. As catcher Alex Coucher, who made a great play, gunning a runner down at third base to preserve this 1-1 tie, takes the ball low and outside.
I mean, yeah, that was the play of the inning. That's the reason we're here in the 11th, in all honesty. He doesn't get that out there at third. It's pretty likely that Concordia scores the game winner.
As well, so Coucher, Criswell, and Wilkerson. And if those guys can reach on, we'll see big Jordan Cassell get a hand on the bat as Mr. Daniel Lewis misses outside with another one to make it 2-0.
I mean, we were talking in the break here. Daniel Lewis out here for his 5th inning of work. He has put in just about a starter's worth of work coming out of the bullpen here in this one. Really not probably what was expected of him when he came out, but he has come out and given his team more than what was expected. He and his coaches have to be happy with his performance here today as he's able to find the strike zone there. 2-1 now the count.
I'm sure we'll see him get the rest of the weekend off here. Get to enjoy the sights and sounds of Grand Prairie, Texas. Yes.
Which really means driving into downtown Dallas. It's only about 15 minutes away. Have some fun in Lower Greenville. That ball is hit well, but also well foul as that gets out over the right field line, and looks like it might have made its way into the playground as well. 2-2 now the count to the Monarchs catcher, Alex Cochler. Cochler still looking for his first hit here in this one. A couple flyouts, a strikeout swinging, and grounded into a fielder's choice his last time up. Here's the 2-2. That one misses outside. Run the count full now. 3-2 the count.
See if the Monarchs can get that important extra inning leadoff hitter on. It's always a positive to do that, but especially later on in the game. Lewis comes, sets here. It's a quick delivery. It's going to be swung on and grounded right to him. Takes a few steps underhand, flips the ball to the first baseman, Jacob Austin, for out number 1. I apologize, Jacob Gwynn.
It gets confusing when you got 2 Jacobs playing first base and switch it up on you, but nice job there by Daniel Lewis, able to collect the ball and toss onto the bag for the first out of the inning.
Tucker Criswell, third baseman. Played a solid game defensively.
Also looking for his first hit still in this one. A walk, a ground out, and 2 flyouts to his name so far in this game. And that one knocked back into the sweets there as it bounces off the middle. 0-1. Here in the 11th inning here today, as this has been a pitcher's duel through and through, just a 1-1 tie so far. A big swing and a miss there from Criswell, 0-2 the count. It started with a duel between Concordia pitcher Matthew Williams and Methodist pitcher Will Walker. Walker went 7 innings of scoreless baseball. Williams went 6 innings of 1-run baseball. Both starters have to be pleased with their performance here. Nice attempt at a frame job there by Ryan Close, but I don't think the umpire is going to believe you if you had to jump to your left to make the ball appear to be in the strike zone.
Another nice sail job for Lewis.
Hey man, it's the 11th inning. Different things might work, you know. It's worth the try.
Gotta keep pushing it. She's a 1-2 count, 1 out. Swung on and missed. A nice breaking ball there by Mr. Daniel Lewis.
He has really found a rhythm really since he entered the ball game. Had a little bit of trouble there in the 8th inning whenever he first came in, but after that he has really shut the door here for these Monarchs. Not really able to generate anything offensively from the 3rd inning on. They led most of this ball game, but have now been out-hit 4-7 so far. Up to bat right now is left fielder number 3, Rob Wilkerson. Wilkerson still looking for his first hit here in this one as well, as he fouls off the first pitch he sees. He has struck out swinging twice. He's been hit by a pitch and then grounded out to second. He's also been caught stealing one time.
See if he can help start a 2-out rally. Haven't seen much from this Methodist offense during these extra innings, not as much as we've seen from Concordia, who's had a few base runners.
Did give a strong chance to take the lead last inning. This one is knocked right off the glove of Daniel Lewis. Almost able to make the play there is Dalton Watts, but unfortunately not in time, as rushing down the line was Rob Wilkerson, able to beat that one out for a 2-out single. A nice piece of hitting there. Dalton Watts was able to only get that ball because of how it bounced off of the pitcher. I don't think if Daniel Lewis gets his glove on that, that probably makes it into center field easy.
Yeah, just not able to react quick enough for Lewis, but could be a no damage situation as he gets ready to face Clay Richardson, center fielder, as he tells the rubber, checks the sign, and delivers strike 2. Right down the middle, has Richardson down. They're 2 outs. 0-2 is the count.
It's 0-1, but I think the scoreboard was a little behind. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, we won't name any names today. We're all...
Oh, I know his name, though. I could, but I won't. 0-1 the count now to the Monarch center fielder. He calls time there, granted, and steps off.
Gotta wonder if Methodist uses any part of their run game to help wake their offense up. We get a little 1st to 3rd action.
Be a little hard to do with 2 outs, but they need something to spark some offense here. Pretty good lead there, but no run yet. 1-1 the count as that one misses outside. Lights are now fully on here in Air Hogs Stadium, finally warmed up, and all a go here. That shadow has reached all the way out into the outfield. Pretty soon it'll be well past that.
It's going to be a beautiful, nice little chillers. That's swung on and missed. The throw's thrown down to second. He beat that one.
There you go, Malik. They're able to use their running game to put their go-ahead run into scoring position for Clay Richardson. He's down 1-2, but now has a runner in scoring position and a chance to put his team on top.
Something you love to see. That was a great, one of the better jumps we've seen all day. Stole at that base with some ease. See if they can make him pay. It's a 1-2 count still.
Here's the 1-2. Reaches out to get that one. That was a ball that looked like it might have been outside the zone, and he chased it. Knocked it right back to Daniel Lewis, who's able to toss it on to first base for the final out of the inning. So we're heading to the bottom of the 11th, still tied at 1 here in Air Hogs Stadium. We'll take a quick break and be right back after this.
I bet you never heard old Marshall Dillon say, Miss Kitty, have you ever thought of running away? Settling down, would you marry me? If I ask you twice and beg you pretty please. She'd have said yes in a New York minute. They never tied a knot. His heart was a minute. He just stole a kiss as he rode away. He never hung his hat up at Kitty's place. I should have been a cowboy. I should have learned to road ride. Wearing my 6-shooter, riding my pony on a cattle drive. Stealing a young girl's hearts, just like Gene and Roy, singing those campfire songs. Oh, I should have been a cowboy. I might have had a sidekick with a funny name, running wild through the hills, chasing Jesse James, ending up on the brink of danger, riding shotgun for the Texas Rangers. Go west, young man, haven't you been told? California's full of whiskey, women and gold, sleeping out all night beneath the desert stars, with a dream in my eye and a prayer.
Welcome back to the Air Hogs Broadcast Network. We're here in the bottom of the 7th inning of a 1-1 tie. No pitcher on the mound for Methodist University is going to be Noah Latta. Number 17 comes in 5'11", 175-pound junior from Raleigh, North Carolina. Went to Leesville Road School. Comes out with a sinker submarine type delivery.
Noah Latta, or do you think it's Noah Latta?
Noah Latta.
He knows a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I bet it's Latta. 0-1 the count now as Grayson Lee stands in there, the center fielder here for these Tornadoes. So far today, 0 for 4 with a strikeout swinging, still looking for his first hit here in this one. 1-2 the count after he fouls that one back over the netting. Noah Latta, however you'd like to say it, is
Noah Later.
Noah Latta is coming in after playing for these Monarchs 2019. He had a 4.5 ERA, appearing in 2 games, starting none of them. He pitched across 2 innings, striking out 1.
Misses right there. To even the
Limited
count
action for him
twos.
last year, but getting some action here in the first game of the season for the Monarchs in a relief appearance here in the bottom of the 11th inning. This ball hit well right back up the middle. Grayson Lee is able to turn that around for a leadoff single. So for the second inning in a row, Concordia leads the extra innings off with a leadoff base runner. Perhaps this time they'll be able to do something with it. Unfortunately, last time they were not able to drive that runner home. So here in the bottom of the 11th, looking to take and steal this lead. Concordia trailed 1-0 for 8 innings until tying things up in the bottom of the 8th. Now looking to steal this one here in the bottom of the 11th. That pickoff attempt gets away. It looks like he gets into the bullpen, so that's going to be a ground rule as he's able to advance to second, but still not what you're looking for if you're a Monarch. So runners at second, nobody out, and Josh Burnett up to bat, number 13 left fielder for these Methodist University Monarchs, and it looks like Tom Austin is going to come out and have a little mound visit here with his pitcher.
Definitely not a royal way to start your Monarch debut.
No, it's not. Not a great
up 0-2 in the count, gave up the single, and then trying to throw over, get a runner, just inaccurate, bad throw, and lucky it wasn't worse.
Unfortunate time for the first error of the ball game for the Monarchs here is they do have someone up and throwing in the bullpen, but he just got up. He's not going to be able to come in now. Definitely
there's a lot of space out in that air hog foul territory. You throw a ball over there, and maybe luckier it went in the bullpen because
it's got time to roll.
Get down the line and get that runner to third. But now we see Josh Burnett chance to play hero.
Play hero, exactly. He's got a chance to put his team on top for good here in this one. This is one of those situations you play in your backyard, bottom of the 11th inning, nobody out, man on second. What are you going to do with it?
I think I'm letting him, we'll see if he's got the butt signal or anything. I think I'm letting him swing right here.
I see no reason not to. They've got good speed over there, and at second base is showing bunt there is Josh Burnett, but pulls it back at the last moment as that one was outside.
Just got to get this one as close to the third base line as possible. As they had a wheel play on the right side of the infield. When I make the third baseman have to make the play.
Showing bunt again is Grayson. Sorry, it's Burnett. He gets this one down, and that's a good bunt. For Noah Lotta is going to go ahead and throw that over to first base for the first out of the inning, but moving and advancing to third is Grayson Lee. So Burnett able to do his job with a successful sacrifice bunt, moving his man up to third base. So bottom of the 11th inning, 1 out, and the go-ahead game-winning run just 90 feet away for Jacob Gwynn, the first baseman here today for the Concordia Tornadoes.
Infield in, we've seen these Monarchs with infield in success earlier in this game. The ball was rocked to the hot corner. Lotta's going to be looking for a strikeout right here, but also is going to need to trust his off-speed pitches as well as Alex Klotcher to block him as a wild pitch does the same as a single out to right. But here we are in a 1-1 game, 1 out, infield in with a runner on third.
Here's the pitch. That one's outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. High pressure situations all over the place here today, Malik, although none more so than this here. As you mentioned, infield playing in, as anything that gets past them is essentially going to be the game. 2-0 the count now.
If you're at third, you got to be going hard on contact. I want to get caught up in a line up, line drive, double and off situation, but runs have been at a premium tonight. It's 3-0's the count.
He does have an open base if he does.
I think you get the green light right here. If you're Gwynn.
Yeah, if you're Gwynn and you get something to hit, I mean, this is it. That's why I almost think I'd just walk him if I were.
And that's what they're going to do.
That is what they're going to do. No reason to risk letting him run into one there, so he's going to go ahead and get the intentional base on balls.
They're going to go ahead and play.
Well, I guess the intentional base on balls.
Middle infielders playing double play def. Corners in.
I was wondering for a second if we were going to see one of the outfielders come in and play as that fifth infielder spot, but it doesn't look like that's the way Tom Austin and his Monarchs are going to play this one today.
Kind of wish with
signing into his infield there.
I was liking this situation, a little unconventional, but maybe you go ahead and just walk the bases loaded just to.
You would get to the 8-hole hitter or the 9-hole hitter. It's not a bad idea.
Get the easiest out, but
showing bunt here has boy, that could have been an interesting play if he gets that one down, because Grayson Lee was making his way from third base to home. That would have been a collision course there at home plate. 1-0 the count now. Showing bunt again is Ryan Klaus. That one bounces in. 2-0 the count.
What a block right there by Culture.
Leda has had a rough time throwing strikes here so far in this one, and it looks like they're just going to do exactly as you said, Malik, and go unconventional here, but load the bases with another intentional walk after Leda falls behind 2-0.
We will see him later.
And I don't think that he is going to be able to face the 9-hole hitter. They're going to go to the bullpen to try to get their way out of this inning. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll let you know all about the new pitcher here in the game. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break here on the Air Hogs Broadcast Network.
It started way back in 3rd grade. I used to sit beside Emmylou Hayes, a pink dress, a matching bow in her ponytail. She kissed me on the school bus, but told me not to tell. Next day I chased her around the playground, across the monkey bars to the merry-go-round. And Emmylou got caught passing me a note. Before the teacher took it, I read what she wrote. Do you love me? Do you want to be my friend? And if you do, well, then don't be afraid to take me by the hand. If you want to, I think this is how love goes. Check yes or no.
Welcome back into Air Hog Stadium as we have a pitching change on the mound. Coming in relief of Noah Leda is the tall right-hander Stephen Eller. Stephen Eller stands 6'2" tall, 205 pounds, a freshman out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, where he was homeschooled. So a local talent boy here pitching for the Methodist University Monarchs, getting his first action of the season. And it comes in no higher pressure of a situation than bottom of the 11th, bases loaded, and just one out. So,
welcome to Grand Prairie, Texas.
Say, how about your first time pitching for college ball is bottom of the 11th, bases loaded?
Just a few eyes on you.
Oh, it's time to see what the freshman has as he comes out here ready to deal. Eller looks in, signs are ready. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a called strike.
This is our guy Dalton Watts, second baseman, made a fantastic play earlier. He's seen his last two mates both be walked intentionally.
9-hole hitter here for these Concordia Tornadoes, looking to be the hero when it's all said and done. Dalton Watts stands in, the second baseman today.
Take that
one's low.
Just make some contact right here on the ground. And if you're
on the count, and there's a force at every base here, so if it's in the infield, the throw will go to home.
If you're a Methodist infielder, got to be quick with it. Can't afford any bobbles either.
You cannot. As time is called here, both step off. So it's been a pitcher's duel and a contested game through and through here today. We're here in the bottom of the 11th in a game tied at 1 run apiece. Here's a ball hit well, but right to shortstop Matthias Carter, who's able to catch that one and throw on home to record the out and prevent a go-ahead run. A nice play there, but it is just 1 run. The Tornadoes will have another shot.
Great play right there by
Matthias Carter.
Nice hard hit ball, backhanded, and fired on home. Almost had time to get him at first too, if throw doesn't bounce, but there'll be no complaints. As now Kaysen Novak.
Top of the order now here for the Tornadoes. It's going to bring up Kaysen Novak. Had a single his last time up. He would love to have another here. Stephen Eller has done half of the job he's been asked to so far. The freshman coming in and getting the first out here in the bottom of the 11th. In there for a strike. 0-1. The Tornadoes down to their final out here in the bottom of the 11th. The Monarchs trying to force a 12th inning. Here's a ball hit well. That's going to get over the head of second baseman Wesley Hall, and that's going to be it. That is the game-winning hit. Concordia wins in the bottom of the 11th off a single off the bat of shortstop Kaysen Novak. And just like that, after 11 innings, Concordia takes the victory here 2-1 over the Methodist Monarchs. What a game by Concordia, and what a game by both starting pitchers. A rough way to lose this one, but a final score of 2-1. Stick around here on the Air Hogs YouTube channel. We have the third and final game of the day set for a 6:30 start. If you want to stick around for that one, we will see the TLU versus Hendricks matchup as we get set here for Game 3 of the Rusty Greer Jackie Moore Classic. We'll be right back live with Game 3 in a few minutes after this. We'll be right back on the Air Hogs Broadcast Network.